two, three, four. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Hope all is well today. Hope you can see me. Not sure what's going on with everything. I normally don't go live right now, on right now. This is actually an emergency live, emergency live, because Bitcoin has the ETF approval. Bitcoin has had the ETF approval, and that went down on last night. Bitcoin's ETF approval went down on last night, and a lot of things are going on. Now, this is not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor, but wanted to come to you with the information. Now, if you can hear me and see me, do me a favor. Let me know in the chat. If you can hear me and see me, do me a favor. Go ahead and let me know in the chat. Right now, I am doing some things on my end, and not sure why on my end I'm not seeing it, but I'm seeing it on somewhere else. So I see me and I hear me. But I'm making sure of some things here, looking at some things on my end, checking some things, checking some things on my end. So you might be seeing me do some things. I want to make sure everything's okay. But anywho, if you're in here, Bitcoin has had approval on yesterday. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Bitcoin has had approval on yesterday, and the Bitcoin ETF has been approved. Once again, official Jamia, hey, how you doing? Um, uh, okay, official Jamia, real quick. Um, do you hear and see me? Do you hear and see me? If you can hear and see me, let me know. If you can hear and see me, let me know. I just wanted to know. Wanted to go live real quick. Some things just broke and happened. I wanted to be sure everyone knows. Yes, so you can see and hear me. Good, great, 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 great. Not sure what's going on my end. I can uh, see it on my phone. I can see it here, but I'll do some technical things later. But Bitcoin has been approved. The new ETF has been approved. And I'm here to let you know what's going on. Like I said, I normally don't go live right now. Normally, I'm not going live. So the people who are live, please uh, it's apologies on my end. Normally not going live on now on today. Thank you so much, official Jamia, for sharing me out. Thank you so much for doing everything. I hope everyone's having a wonderful and great day on today. Checking on some things on my end. But anywho, Bitcoin ETF has been approved, and a lot of people are trying to figure out why and what's going on and what does that mean for me. So if you want to know what's going on, I'm just letting you know this live will be up for that information as far as the Bitcoin ETF approval. I also created a short as it relates to the Bitcoin ETF approval. So a lot of people want to know what's going on. What does this mean for Bitcoin and things of that nature? And this is what this is for. Like I said, it's a breaking news live, and I had to do this real quick. Because this is breaking news. So the SEC gave the thumbs up for 11, that's right, 11 Bitcoin ETF approval proposals. So pretty much what's going on is there was a company that, actually 11 companies or more, who actually wanted an ETF, and that's pretty much a fund that allows them to have investors to invest in Bitcoin. They wanted to go ahead and do that or whatnot. They wanted to go ahead and get Bitcoin approved. And as it relates to anything, they wanted to get Bitcoin ETF approved. So Bitcoin is already approved, but the ETF. So what happens is you have a lot of large companies who want to have their shareholders have the ability to invest in Bitcoin without physically investing in it. Right now on the crypto market, you can go on a crypto exchange, but if you've heard, a lot of cryptocurrencies information has been hacked. They say not your coin if you don't have the keys, and pretty much what the keys are as it relates to Bitcoin is pretty much think of it like this. You have a lock. So your electronic lock is the code to that Bitcoin. Most people trade on an actual place like, Coinbase or Robinhood or Webull or any things of that nature. There's a lot more others, crypto.com. There's a lot of other places, but you've heard of a lot of crypto exchanges being, closed down. So what was happening is the SEC wanted to be sure that it was safe for the investor. Now, one thing the chairman said was, "Hey, look, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is a safe investment. We're including this." Now, at one point, they approved something Bitcoin related, and it was one company who had the actual had the go ahead, had the wherewithal to go ahead and be approved prior to the actual company, launching. So they had more liquidity, more money being poured into that company. So what the SEC did not want to happen is that other companies would be approved. They didn't want the other companies to be without their liquidity, or be without, a gap in the market. So pretty much what happens is there was 11 issuers that applied for the first wave of approval. So keyword is the first wave of approval. You got ARK Invest, you got BlackRock, you got Van ECT, you got Wisdom Tree, Fidelity, you got Franklin Hasdaq, Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust, Invesco. So there's some other companies as well who got approved for that list. So pretty much the ARK Invest is ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. So ARK is related to Kathy Wood. If you know, ARK has a lot of funds, but this particular fund, they wanted to allow their users to be in the Bitcoin market. So a lot of people were, saying, "Hey, look, I like this asset class. However, I don't want to be, actually on the hook for keeping my keys to the crypto." So that's why this is a major news. My opinion, once again, this is my opinion, is that Bitcoin will go ahead and increase in value as it relates to that. Bitcoin will increase in value. It will go up as it relates to that over time. Now, I see a pullback because generally what happens is something happens in the market, stock market, crypto market. There's something called buy the rumor and sell the news. So a lot of companies will actually buy something and then sell. A lot of people will buy something before they're hearing, "Oh, Bitcoin might be approved. The trusts might be approved. So let me buy it in hopes that we raise this price up. And as soon as we raise it, people jump out because they want that gap." So day traders, what they do is actually, gap certain things. What I mean by gap is they particularly go ahead and invest in that particular market. They invest in a particular section. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, at the time of this report, Bitcoin is probably at 47, 45. Let me see right now where Bitcoin is right now. So the estimated Bitcoin price, 47, has been fluctuating, 47, 703.80 at the time of this recording. So let's just say, I'm going to look at the 5-day. So the height of this was about, about here. So let's just say right now, investors, when it dipped, because it did dip, because I'm looking at the day chart, and the day chart, it shows the low is about 45,732, 45,732. So let's just say it dipped in the market, and investors said, "Okay, hey, look, let's go ahead and jump in." So day traders would jump in, at a low point, and then they would sell. They would sell the gap, meaning from 45 to 47, that's 2,000, roughly $2,000. So they would buy and then sell. They may not wait to 47. They may buy at 45 and or 46 and then sell at 47. They may buy at 46 and sell at 46.50. It just depends on the day trader strategy. Some people are looking to double, some people are looking to triple, some people are just looking to get 10 5-10% here and there. So what happens is, with the buy the rumor sell the news situation, is that they want to go ahead and buy everything and then sell everything based on that. So that's what they're doing as it relates to what's going on. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And as I said, I normally don't go live. So, for the people who are live right now, I do apologize. I don't normally go live at this time. Right now, Miss T is live, and I'm just letting people know this is not to stamp on her or anything. This is to get the information out, because a lot of times we get information, but it's late information and we can't react on that information. So this is live just to be here. If you're in here, I appreciate you. I normally am not live during this time, so a lot of YouTube things happen, and people think that you're doing something to be shady and all things of that nature. But we're not going to go into all that. People who know me know that that's not who I am. So nonetheless, as it relates to what I was saying, there's a lot of things going on in the market right now that we have to be sure that we are taking a look at. Now, I said before, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. Please do your own due diligence. But if you look on my channel before, I had a short, and the short was me standing in front of a gas station. I'm trying to look on my page real quick. It was me standing in front of the gas station, and sorry, I pushed pause because I wanted to see when it was. This was actually 3 months ago. Actually, 3 months ago that I put it on my page, and I've been talking about Bitcoin on my page for a long time. But 3 months ago, I said, hey, look, if these gas stations are putting this on here, that means they know something. People are starting to wake up and they're doing something. They know something that you don't know. So based on that 3-month rule, let me look at the chart real quick. 3 months ago, let's see. I'm looking at the price history. And excuse me, 3 months ago. So Bitcoin price 3 months ago was 28,000 433.60. 28,433.60. So pretty much, let's just say if you got in at 29,000. So from 29,000 to already $47,000, that is a particularly great run. So based on the people who listened, like I said, I'm not an investment advisor giving investment advice, but based on the people who listened then or listened prior to when I've been saying, hey, look, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Those people seen significant jump in their particular portfolio. And like I said, a lot of things I say, I don't necessarily say it, but I say it. And what I mean by that is I can't tell you to go ahead and I can't tell you to go ahead and, excuse me. What's up, Resilient Dad? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I can't tell you to go ahead and invest, and you got to invest. Welcome in, Resilient Dad. Tapping in from the Bay. How much respect? With much respect. Appreciate you, Resilient Dad, and appreciate everyone who's in here. Right now on the background, if you see me looking down, on my screen, I've been, had company over, things of that nature. So I've, trying to reset up everything on my end. So if you see me looking down, I'm not able to see you on the screen, so I'm looking down. Tamika Davis, welcome in, welcome in. Tamika Davis said, good morning, you learn, and everyone in the chat. So Tamika Davis said, hello, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And as I said before, I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes who is live. I just wanted to come here and let you know, because this is timely information. As I said before, 3 months ago, I was in front of a gas station and I saw that they were selling Bitcoin. And I said, if it was a short. Look at it. You see me with a red hat, white shirt, red letters, logo. It said on the short, hey, you see this gas station is selling Bitcoin. That means they know something. I'm telling y'all, not an investment advisor giving investment advice, but you might want to look at it. At that time, Bitcoin was 28,000. Let's just round it up because I'm looking here. Bitcoin was 28,433.60 estimated price. So let's just say if you didn't know anything about Bitcoin and you said, you know what, I'm going to invest some money, blah, 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 I'm going to invest some money. From 28,000 to over 47,000 here. So you're probably saying, well, did I have to buy a whole Bitcoin? Oh, I'm a little confused, Learn. So what I mean is this. they have something called Satoshis. Satoshis are small amounts of Bitcoin. Small amounts of Bitcoin is not the whole Bitcoin. So you can buy fractions, just like think about it like this. Certain places, like in New York, you can buy the whole pie or slices of the pie, right? If you go to a grocery store, you can buy the whole cake or a slice of the cake. Satoshis are like slices of the cake, pieces of that. Now, when it comes to the stock market, you can buy a whole share or a fraction of a share, depending on what platform you use. But Satoshis are small amount slithers of Bitcoin. You don't have to buy $47 or $28 worth of it. You could have bought $10 worth of Bitcoin, $5 worth of Bitcoin, $1 worth of Bitcoin in some exchanges. So you could buy little amounts. And as of anything, buying those little amounts would have gotten you to a certain value. Now, let's look at the percentage here, because a lot of times people look at, well, if I put this in, let me say this, okay? Let's round the numbers up for argument's sake, all right? Let's just say it was 28,000, right? 37,000. Let's just round it. Let's just say 10,000 on average. Let's just give it a 5,000 move from where it was. I'm going to ask you a question. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. So when it comes down to it, you have to ask yourself this question. When it comes to Bitcoin, okay, where is it now and where is it going? Now, what I said on my channel a while back was I knew based on where it was that it was going to increase because I knew it had to have mass adoption. Okay. I knew that. So for me, I was like, it has to have mass adoption. Eventually, I was playing the waiting game. I knew eventually it would be approved. So I'm excited to see the approval of Bitcoin ETF. And before I go into depth, some other things, I'm going to go ahead and say, welcome Wellness for Frugal Mama. If you see me looking down right now, I had company over and my screens, I have 3-year-old nieces, so twin nieces, but my screens right now are not necessarily, I took some stuff off, and long story short, I'm resetting up everything. But nonetheless, I'm going to go over the things that got approval. Now, this got approved, okay? This got approved on last night. I didn't go live last night because of when it got approved. Okay, and there was so many things that was going on in the market. There's so many things that it was uncertain. The SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, their website on X platform, which is formerly known as Twitter, was hacked, and someone put out something probably prematurely because they went ahead and welcome in. They went ahead and approved it. So here are some of the things that was approved. Okay, here's are some of the things that were approved. You have ARK 21 shares, Bitcoin ETF. That ticker symbol is ARKB. All right. And if you don't know who ARK is, that's ARK Invest, Kathy, followed by Kathy Wood. You probably heard of her. She has a lot of funds out there. A very great woman who is actually doing some great things in the market. I believe a lot of guys hate on her. Kathy Wood, no shade. I like what you're doing. I follow a lot of things that you're doing, so I appreciate you. So you have Bitwise Bitcoin ETF Trust. That ticker symbol is BITB. You have Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust, which is FBTC, which is followed by Fidelity. You have Franklin Bitcoin ETF, which is EZBC, which is Franklin, the issuer. And you have Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and that's BTC. Now, Grayscale Bitcoin is one of the world's largest asset holders in assets. Okay. The reason why this is so valuable and important is because you have Grayscale, which Grayscale is actually the one who had a fund and they wanted to trade it, convert it over to a Bitcoin trust. Okay. And they had a fund and they were going to the SEC and say, hey, look, this is what we want to do with this, blah, blah, blah. Now, some people say they have up to $29 billion in revenue in Bitcoin. The low is 10 billion. So between 10 and 29 billion. Now, Grayscale has a lot of assets. So when it comes to the United States, hey, Ms. Khadija Reeves, how you doing today? When it comes to a lot of assets, Grayscale has a ton of assets. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking down, because Short version of a long story, technical situations that has nothing to do with y'all, but I'm looking down to be sure that I, welcome everyone in and say hello. Okay. So feel free to chat in the stock. Miss Khadija Reed says hello to everyone. Good morning, Miss Khadija. How you doing? So grayscale. And I think, as I said before, I'm not an investment advisor, or giving you investment advice, but I'm giving you some information so that you can understand why I'm so passionate uh, with everything. So, good morning, Miss K from Wellness with Frugal Mama, and Wellness with Frugal Mama saying greetings, everyone. I'm trying to show you this because I want everyone to know why I'm so passionate about what I'm saying. Okay. And like I said, there are other people live. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. I'm only live because this was something that was timely. Okay. Miss T with the T, you already know we good. So, for anyone who's, oh, well, this person, I'm not into all that stuff or trying to step on anyone's toes or trying to do this. Or why didn't he wait to this? Or why didn't he do this? Everything is timely. Okay. When it comes to timing, it's important. 3 months ago, hey, Miss Frugal Mama, Miss Khadija is doing a flip with a heart. Okay. Saying hello. So, the timing of everything is important. Now let's go to grayscale for a second. Okay. I want you to understand something. Grayscale in 2021 has over 50 billion with a B, Billy, $50 billion in asset management. Now, I'm sure they have more as it relates to certain things under management, but yeah. So when it comes to money, Grayscale, a lot of people wanted to put Grayscale in there because they have a lot of, a lot of money under investment. Okay, a lot of money under investment. So that was very important for people to say, hey man, grayscale is in there. Oh man. So when it comes down to it, you have to understand a lot of times they will hide the information from you in plain sight because we're worrying about the latest shoes, the latest clothes, the latest hats, the latest chains, the latest cars. Oh, this is what this person said. Oh, did you see that interview? Oh, it broke the internet. We worrying about what your boy, yes, Money Mike said. We wondering about what he said, and no shade to him because I got a story about him. I met him one day, but that's a whole nother subject. But anywho, we're worried about all the other stuff, but we're not worried about things that are going to put us into a different playing field. Okay. So I said before 3 months ago that, hey, look, when it comes down to it, you are going to be in a situation where we are going to rise in price. So a lot of people said, oh, well, I heard some people say, well, you learn this stuff is boring. Yes, it's boring because they wanted to make it boring. There's a great man who said, I did not put a system in for people to be in, to pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, okay? He said, and now he was the largest monetary donor for education, okay? But he said, I'm not doing this to make a education for so that people can be free in a sense and do their own businesses in a sense and make their own companies. I'm doing this so I can create workers. And you wonder why the education system, no shade for all my teachers, you wonder why the education centers, I'm not going to go there, but creates nothing but workers. Nothing but workers. So everyone is workers. Oh, I want to work, work, work. And there's nothing wrong with work, 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 work. You got to have a job. If men don't work, you don't eat. Okay. So you have to have a job. There's nothing wrong with being a worker. However, you have to understand that you have to study to show yourself approved. If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. I'm not going into detail about that, but you got to understand that you have to be in a position or situation where you can see, hey, look, this is what we need to do. Hey, look, this is where I need to. What's up, OG Brand? What's going on, brother? It has to be a situation where we're not just looking at all the intricacies and all. Oh man, that interview was great, and I saw the interview, but we're worrying about a lot of the wrong things. See, you got to realize when it comes down to certain things, there's so many things that Wellness is saying, hello, OG Brand. When it comes down to certain things, all these things hit us in the media. It's like a marketing blitz. It hits us with all this information so that we can't focus on really what's going on. I want you to understand something. The interview, I need to hit the lotto. No, I think my personal opinion about lotto, I did a hello OG brand from Miss Khadija Reeves. I did a video about crypto versus the lotto. I played a scratch off. I didn't win. I invested in crypto, the same amount. Now, I want to ask you this question. If you've invested $10 in crypto or $10 in the lottery, now I'm not telling you this is what you should or shouldn't do, okay? I'm just trying to get you to see some things. I'm not an investment advisor or giving you investment advice, but $10 in crypto, $10 in the lottery. Let's play this out, okay? Official Jamia, hey Tamika, hey, you silly. So you invested $10 in crypto, $10 in the lottery. Okay, so I do the pick 4 or the pick 3, right? I'm gonna pay the whatever ticket. Okay, once that ticket is gone, it's gone, right? Now I can play for the week, do any, all, and all these other conversions, right? I play PHE on my phone. I hear you. So I can do all these other conversions. Oh, let me check this. Let me check this. Let me check this. Let me check this. Let me check. Oh, any number that may hit. All. And then by the time you do that, it's about $3 a ticket. So 3 times 5 is what? $15. So you $15 worth of lotto. But once those lottery tickets, that ticket is gone, then it's gone. Okay. Scratch off. You learn playing the lottery is a setup. I'm glad you're talking about this. Big time OG brand. So you sit up there, and if you look on the back, I wish I had a lottery ticket. If you look on the back, it pretty much tells you, kind of like smoking. It's giving you disclaimers. Hey, look, if you do this and blah blah blah, and this and this, and I would read it in my this is blah, blah, blah voice, being silly. But they have so many things that are going on, right, back and forth. So many things that are going on that once the lotto is gone, it's gone. But you could win this. Yeah, but you have the ability or the wherewithal to probably get hit by lightning probably 3 times before you hit the lottery. Seriously, the numbers were you can get hit by lightning 3 times before you hit the lottery. 3 times before you hit the lottery. Okay, you can get hit by lightning 3 times before you hit the lottery. Now think about it. Let's just say if you can hit by lightning 1 time before you hit the lottery. Think about how many people ever get hit by lightning. That's what it's telling you. So listen, I play scratch offs. Okay, if I played scratch offs, $10 worth of scratch offs. Once those scratch offs are done, they're done. Let's say if you win $2, $5, $10, and most people go back and play again, you're scratching, and then that's done, right? So after that's all said and done, right? After that's all said and done, then we're in a situation where we're like, man, oh man, this is messed up. I went here, I went there. So now we're in a situation where we're at 0, right? I bought the new shoes. I bought the latest shoes. Oh, I look good, man. What they say? Oh, wow. Everybody wonders, like, why does Robert, why does Robert do what he does? Why does Robert do what he does? I got my own things. I don't buy the latest and greatest. I buy the stock. I don't buy the latest and greatest. I buy the stock. I don't worry about that. I have my own brand. I don't. That's the old me. The old me, everyone who knew me from high school will tell you. They called me, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out here. I used to rock nothing but Tommy Hilfiger. Now, I'm not putting this out to, Tommy Hilfiger, don't come from me, but that's the brand. If anything, you need to pay me to rocking or saying your name right now. But anyway, that's all I used to rock. They used to call me the Tommy King because all I used to rock was Tommy from head to toe. Literally, Tommy hat, Tommy shirt, Tommy belt, Tommy shoes, Tommy socks, Tommy book bag, Tommy cologne. I'm not playing with you. Tommy bed sheets, Tommy towels. Like, I'm not playing. Everyone will tell you. I even had Tommy undershirts. If a shirt got a hole in it, I made it a cutoff shirt for gym. People will tell you. Even the shoes, socks. I mean, everything I had was that particular brand. Everything. And you could not outdress me. Period. I'm just not trying to be funny, but that's what I did. But here's the question. The only thing I gained was popularity. The only thing I gained was likes. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, literally. The only thing I gained was people saying, "Oh, yo, Rob, man, oh, dope. Hey, where'd you get that from?" Yeah, you know how I do. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. The only thing I gained was popularity from that. Okay, that's it. People knew me because I was rocking Tommy. But before then, I was getting picked on because I didn't have the latest and greatest. I had to get a job, and my money was going to Tommy Hilfiger. No shade, Tommy. That's how I used to rock back in the days. That's the brand I used to rock. No shade. And it was Polo, nothing but Polo. No shade for them. Don't come for me. But what I'm saying is, how much money do we invest in those things? I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any luxury items or anything. That's not the conversation, a conversion for this conversation. Appreciate it, OG brand. That's not the point of this conversation. The point of the conversation is what we need to do is to be sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. Okay. That's the point. Okay. The point is we need to say it's not about how much. It can be $1. It can be $10. It can be $20. I want you, I want you to hear this. $20 invested when Bitcoin was at $3. Excuse me, 3,000 some change. When it hit $60, that $20 investment was over $300. Hear what I'm saying. I don't think you heard me. $20. Good morning, RX Nails. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. $20 invested in Bitcoin when it was 3,000 some odd dollars was, when it hit 60,000, was over $300 per $20. I don't think you heard me. Okay, listen. Let me help you to understand something. That's just like RX Nails. I said, RX Nails. Somebody says, "Hey, RX Nails, let me borrow $20 from you." They borrow $20, right? Now, generally what happens is you have to call them 100 times to get your $20 back, right? OG Brand, right? Miss Khadija, welcome in, welcome in. Right, Miss Wellness, right, right, Resilient Dad, Tamika Davis, right, Official Jimmy. Generally what happens is you have to call them 40 times for $20. Hey man, remember that $20 you borrowed? They dodging you for $20. Generally, that's what happens. They say if you want to lose a friend, loan them some money. That's a whole nother subject. So generally, RX Nails, um, RX Nails, OG Brand said hello. So generally what happens is, what happens is this. They say, okay, look, this is what, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. So what we're going to do is that $20, you don't see them no more. And every time, long as I owe you, never be broke. All right. Now, come on, Wellness. You already know, right? And they dodging you for $20. You're like, it's $20. I see you on Facebook talking about the Gucci belt you bought. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. So that $20, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, the person paid you back. They say, you know what, Wellness? I appreciate you letting me borrow $20. Okay. I appreciate you letting me borrow $20. I appreciate it. And they said, here go $21. Okay. $21. Now, it don't sound like much, but let's look at the percentage value, okay? $20, 10%, just take away a zero, it's $2. So if they gave you $21 back, don't sound like they gave me $1, but they actually gave you 5% on your money. Now you're probably saying, man, they gave me $1. Now I want you to hear this. Remember, when Bitcoin was under $4,000, when it hit 60,000, and I'm saying this for a reason, okay? That was over 300 some odd dollars for every $20 you invested. Now, let's be honest. We had $20 from 2011 to now. Now let's fast forward. All these companies I talked about, ARK Invest, Bitwise, Fidelity, Grayscale, Hasdaq, Investco, iShares, Van Ryk, Van Eck, Wisdom Tree. All these companies have their ETF trust. What's probably going to happen, and mark my words, the next 3 to 4 years roughly, they're going to start merging some things where you can put, instead of investing in crypto, like saying, hey, let me get Bitcoin, they're going to do some ETF shares in your 401k or your SEP retirement plan or whatever. That's probably what's going to happen. Okay, and from now, appreciate it, OG. From now into then, Bitcoin. Let's just say if it's 47 now. I see generally buy the rumor, sell the news, meaning they bought the Bitcoin and they're going to sell it down. So Bitcoin price as of now is $48,181.70. So from the time I started this live, go back. From the time I started this live, Bitcoin was 47,000. It is up $1,500 from the time I started this live. Now, my personal opinion is they'll probably try to pull it back to 42 because it looks like 42 is the resistance. And what I mean by resistance, let's talk about wellness. Wellness, you do a lot of aerobics and things like that. You know, the resistance bands, you got different colors depending on the set you buy, different colors of resistance bands. Those resistance bands is the strength or the pullback. Okay. So if you pull the resistance bands a certain way, it will see, if you got a lightweight, a heavyweight, medium, or you could have different colors, or you could just have a certain type of resistance band and you don't have multiple ones. Okay. So no matter what, if you pull that resistance band tight, that resistance band is going to get tight. Okay. And as you get to a certain level of that resistance, that's the breaking point. That's the resistance. So what I mean by that is if Bitcoin is 48,000 now, okay, generally speaking, they have a 50% pullback rule, which means at 50% it's going to pull back. All right. 50% is going to pull back at 50%. And that particular pullback is going to say, hey, look, this is where we are now. Okay. So what happens is this: when Bitcoin pulls back from there to there. So think about steps. Okay. Think about steps in your house. Generally speaking, higher highs and lower lows. Higher lows and lower highs. Higher lows and higher highs. So meaning when it comes to if it pulls back, and this is just this at the time of recording, I'm thinking Bitcoin will pull back to 44, 40 at the worst, 40 to 44, and could be about 42 in the range. Now, I could be wrong. It could keep going up because you got to realize $50 billion in just one company is in assets are going in. I don't think you understand why this so important and why I'm generally, if you know me, I am on someone's live right now. Okay. It's T with T. I'm generally on someone's live right now. But this was so important that I had to do an emergency live. I don't do this. If you look at my channel, I have never went live during this time, generally speaking, on a weekday. This was so important that I had to go live to let you know what was going on. That's how important this was. Okay. No shade to anyone else on I have nothing but love for everyone, people who know me know, but it was so important for me to do this live. It was so important. RX Nails, Wellness, I appreciate you. RX Nails said nothing but love. This was so important that I had to go live right now. Listen, we can't make money off the Williams interview. Money Mike, we can't make money off that. Let's just be honest. There's no way you can make money off that unless I went and did a live as soon as he did the interview to get the buzz about Mr. Williams. Okay? No shade. You can't make money on that. RX Nails. When it comes to somebody doing nails, you probably will be talking about what's up, Riz? What's up, brother? You probably will be talking about the Williams interview, right? At the nail shop. But that's to talk about something while you're doing your nails to make money, right? So, Young Riz, if you're coming in, we're talking about the Bitcoin ETF. Hey, Miss Khadija, RX Nails, Young Riz saying hello. So that's why this is important. That's why I'm telling you this. I never come to you telling you anything. Rick, Young Riaz, Miss Wellness is saying hello. Young Riaz, okay, interesting. Yeah, appreciate it, Young Riaz. Welcome in, everyone. I never tell you anything that is something to just say something. The whole point, you learn with Robert. That's the whole point. I want you to learn with Robert. You learn. You learn. The whole point, you're going to learn with Robert. You are going to learn. Frugal, I'm good, fam. I want you to learn. Why is it important for me to let you learn? Because this is not about me. In 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to look back and say, you learn has something. He said something. Or you're going to say, man, I'm so glad I put $1, $2, $5, $10 here and there. Now, I'm not telling you to back your emergency truck up, beep, beep, back every dollar you got into this, because I'm not an investment advisor. I can't give you that investment advice. What I'm saying is based on what I saw. Now, you're probably saying, well, you told us 3 months ago, and Bitcoin was 28,000 and some change. Then now it's 48,000. Did I miss the mark? What if it pulls back? Do I lose my money? The great thing about it, the lottery, once I use that scratch off ticket, right? Once I use that scratch off ticket, it's over with. It's done. It's finito. It's finished. Okay. Once I use that, all right. Once I use the scratch off ticket, it's done. Finito. It's finished. Once I doing that, it's over. Okay. Once I buy that shirt, now knowing me, if I go out somewhere, I'm not wearing that shirt again to another event. You're not going to see me. That's just me. So you're not going to see me in that same shirt. Now online, okay, wonderful. I probably have, all jokes aside, probably my brand, I probably have 200 shirts, and some of them are the same color. I mean, all jokes. But what I'm saying is, out and about at an event, you're not going to see me with the same nothing, because that's me. Uh, Women, uh, some people don't like to be called woman and all this. If I say something that you don't like, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Okay, what I'm saying is, uh, um, queens. I'm gonna say like queens. Queens, listen. That stiletto, that red bottom, that looks good, but you can't wear it with every outfit. Am I right? That purse looks good, but 9 times out of 10, you're not wearing that purse with the same outfit. I got sisters and a mama, you know, you're not. So I want you to understand this. When it comes to this Bitcoin thing, I know it's confusing. I know it doesn't make any sense. What is the purpose of it? You still didn't tell me about if it goes lower, what happens to my money? Think about the lotto. Once I use that scratch off ticket, it's done. If I have a week ticket, for 1 week, whatever, it's done. Once those numbers are over, if I got a day ticket, when they call those numbers, it's done. If I got a scratch off, once I scratch it off, it's done. Right? Crypto. If it's $20 worth that you invested in and it goes lower, guess what? That means the investment that you had, let's just say it went lower. So that $20 turns to $10. Oh my goodness, I lost 50% of my money. Okay. Like any roller coaster, things go up and down. But long term, remember, this is not about today. This is about 5 to 10 years from now. Ask yourself this question. How much is nail supply stuff going to be in 5 to 10 years? RX. Hey, young Riaz, how much is microphones and things like that software for things that you do? How much is that going to cost 5 to 10 years from now? Miss Wellness, how much are weights and things like that going to cost 5 to 10 years? OG Brand, you're doing a lot of cooking. How much is meat going to cost 5 to 10 years from now? How much a car is going to cost 5 to 10 years from now? Things are going to go up, period, right? So the question I'm saying is, if you go piece by piece, bit by bit, moment by moment, right? If you do that, then eventually it's going to be a situation where you're going to be like, man, I'm going to be okay. It's going to be a situation where you're like, oh, wow, everything's going to be all right. It's going to be a situation where you're like, I'm doing wonderful, right? It's going to be a situation where you're going to sit back and say, wow, I'm glad I did this. Let me say this. There's been some investments I made that were horrible. It was ill-timed. And there's been some investments I made that, yeah, I'm not even going to, I'm telling you, okay? Case in point, I guarantee you, most people in this chat probably gets under 1% in their savings account. 1%. Under 1%. Let me help you to understand this, okay? If you get under 1%, your bank probably, half of a percent, 3/4 of a percent, 1/3 of a percent. But let's just say, for argument's sake, you get 1%, which I know you don't. Go look, and if you don't know, if I'm saying this question, and if you don't know, now you know. Now, if you don't know, I'm sure it's probably 1/3 of a percent or a fraction of a percent. But I'm going to give you 1% for this example, okay? So you took $100, and you say, you know what? I'm saving for this trip. I'm doing this. I take $100. That's a dollar, by the way. 10% of $100 is $10. 1% is a dollar. So in a year, your bank will say, "Hey, Wellness, how you doing? Hey, what's up, brother Riaz? Hey, RX Nails, OG Brand. Hey, what's up, Miss Khadija? Hey, I'm gonna give you for your hard-earned $100. I'm gonna give you a dollar. What? Now let's just say if it's a half of a percent, that's 50 cents. 1/4 of a percent, that's 25 cents on your $100 sitting in the bank. It's 25 cents. Now, the reason why I'm laughing is because there's nothing wrong with having an emergency fund. You should. Everyone should have an emergency fund, meaning you should have enough money to cover at least 1 month of expenses, at least. And then you should try to save to 3 months. And then you should try to do 6 months, then a year. Once you're there, then you do other things, but you talk to your investment advisor about that. But what I'm saying to you is Miss Wellness, every time she does exercises, she does other things. She doesn't just use one set or one thing, or she may do this on this day and do something else on this day and do something else on this day, but she's using different workouts to help her. Help the whole body. You ever seen somebody who's big like this? They swole. I mean, they like this. They real swole at the top, and they legs look like this pin right here. You're like, what in the world? They swole at the top, but they legs look like a pencil. You're like, you ain't did no leg workout. You ain't even got in the gym. Really? Are they swole? They got big legs and they got a skinny body. So you just did leg workouts. Okay. You got to work out the entire body, right? The entire core. Everything, appreciate wellness. Everything is a workout because your body has different zones. And when you're sore in the morning, it probably means you broke down that muscle to increase it. You have to make sure. So, what happens when it comes to this investing in this Bitcoin? Remember, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. I'm just telling you something to think so you can understand. So they're going to hand you a whole quarter. Oh, I got a quarter. Yes. I was looking down to see if I can find a quarter in my office, but I can't find it. No, I think I got one somewhere. I'm looking in a box right now. They're going to give you a whole quarter. Oh, I know where this is. Nope. It's in this bag over here. I'm not going over there. But they give you a whole quarter. Ooh, I got a quarter. Cling. You're looking like the Joker with 1/4. You done gave them $100 of your money and they give you a quarter back. Now, here's the question. Most banks are going to say, you know what? I see Wellness wanting to open a fitness center. She comes with her stuff. I'm gonna loan out OG Brand Miss Prestige's money. I'm gonna loan out that money and give Miss Wellness some money for her fitness center. I'm gonna loan it out to help RX Nails with a business loan. I'm gonna help young Riaz with his wraps and stuff like that and things he needs. I'm gonna loan it out till you learn to get some better equipment. And then most people pay it back. I'm going to loan somebody for a car or home or whatever, right? I'm going to loan it out. They're going to make more money. They're going to charge you interest. I'm going to loan it out for a credit card. We can't approve you for the loan, but we can give you 25% interest rate. I call it mafia rates. We can give you 10%, 20% interest rate. But you telling me you took my money, gave it to somebody else, let them use it, and you're going to give me less than 1% back? Now, you're probably saying, what does it have to do with the Bitcoin ETF approval? What does this have to do with that? Okay, this is what this has to do. I'm looking at this phone here for a reason. What does it have to do with it? Now, a year ago, okay, 1 year ago, Bitcoin was 21,000 at a low of 20,000. I'm giving estimates, okay? Now it's 48,000. So that particularly means percentage-wise, it's up 30,200, excuse me, it's up $30,000 from that point, up 168%. I want to help you to understand this. If you took that 168%, at 1%, it'll take you 168 years. So your children's children potentially will get that money, right? It took you 168 years to match what someone did in Bitcoin in 1 year. So what am I saying? My personal opinion, because I've been right so far. My personal opinion, do your own research and due diligence. My personal opinion is they're saying Bitcoin could get to $1 million per one Bitcoin. That's what they're saying. They're saying that. I think it can get to 350 to 500,000, being conservative. So just imagine $10, $5, $2, $1, stuff that you don't care about losing here and there over a 10-year period of time. I'm sure, and I can't say I'm going to be on this platform in over 10 years, but I'm sure that this video is going to transcend time. And I'm sure you're going to be able to look back at this video and say, while we was worrying about the interview and we was worried about everything that did not matter, under our noses, they snuck an ETF in. And unless somebody told us from our community, you get it, our community, because other communities have been talking about this. Other communities have been telling their people, this is what's going on. Watch this. This is what's going on. Other communities have been saying that. But in our community, we've been talking about clothes, cars, and other stuff. Money, cars, what? Money, cars, what? We've been talking about crazy stuff. He did this to me. He said this to me. Oh, no. And I said this. And he said that. And did he do this? And I saw him in that back room. Listen, what they got going on is their business. I don't even want to be involved. Welcome in. I don't even want to be near y'all shenanigans. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, generally speaking, welcome in. In our community, we don't talk about what's needed. We only talk about, look at this, look at that. Did you see what they had on? You see what they were driving? We talk about stuff that don't matter. Most wealthy people don't care about what you think they care about. Most people, they don't really care about that stuff. Most people you see that's dripped out from head to toe is actually broke. No shade. But what I'm saying is, and I am imploring you, Wellness for Frugal Mama, Young Riaz, RX Nails, OG Brand, Miss Khadija, Tamika Davis, Resilient Dad, Fisher Jamia. I am, saying to you, my challenge to you on this year is to do better. My challenge is to help you do better, but I can only tell you. I can only throw out nuggets like Hansel and Gretel, throw out the bread. Some people eating the crumbs. You know what I mean by that is you get $1 and then, Macy's got a sale and you get another $1. Oh, Sheen sending me something else. You get another $1. Everybody's fighting for your attention. But I implore you this year to do more research about making financial decisions. Number one, make sure you have your emergency fund and things of that nature. Number two, if you don't already have it. Number three, brand yourself. That's important because these 11 companies have branded themselves so well that in the next week, right now, there are people on the phones. Hey, how you doing, Miss Wellness? How you doing? Great. This is Robert with You Learn with Robert. I'm calling you in regards to our Bitcoin ETF trust through BlackRock. Now, I'm not associated with BlackRock. This is just an analogy, okay? I'm calling you about this. Oh yeah, wellness. Yeah, I see that you have over $2 million in assets. How would you like to do this? Our perspective. They're calling their people right now. Right now, there's people, money people, calling people right now about that. They've been calling them all week, all month, all year, saying, "Hey, this will be approved." And some people already say, "Okay, as soon as they get approval, I got 10 million on it. I got a million on it. I got 5 million on it. I got 100,000. I got 50 million on it." There's people who are already making those financial decisions behind the scenes, but we're playing games about an interview that really ain't gonna matter in 10 years. No shade, brother Cat. I met him. Cool dude. No shade though, because I don't want him to come for me. Because if you come for me, the whole community, I'm telling you now, I got jokes too. No shade. Now you want to, I got some jokes, but my jokes, it's gonna hurt the community. Why do I say that? Because we worried about the wrong things. We worried about let's dunk our other brother down to lift up somebody else, and we're patting somebody else on the back for doing that. No shade. No shade. So why am I saying all this? Why did I? I'm telling y'all, I'm normally on another live right now. Normally, I generally try to make sure that I, go around the community and listen and things of that nature. But I feel as though on last year I took a backseat of a lot of things. Um, but this year, I want you to understand that this is your year, but the only way this is going to be your year is you have to do things that you haven't done before to get the results that you want to see. You have to do things that you haven't done before to get the results that you want to see. Okay? There's things that you have to do differently to get the results that you want to see. And I was supposed to be creating a video. Somebody sent me a message about a video, and I apologize. I want to say that I apologize. As you can see, my office looks a little different. I've been changing some things in my office, getting some things together, content wise. So I was completely swamped, so I couldn't do that video. So if you're watching this on the replay, that's what happened. Okay. But normally, generally speaking, I'm on top of it. But this was so important, I had to go live as we're talking. As we're talking, Bitcoin, $48,650.10. Now, remember, I said to you that yes, they're going to give you not even a quarter of a percent, 30%, but I'm going to give you 1% just for this, in a whole year now, just for this analogy. As we've been talking, Bitcoin is up over 4%. Over 4%. So that means whatever, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever you decided to put in it. As we were talking, Bitcoin has been up over 4%. Now, Robert, you still didn't tell me what happens if it pulls back. That means you just wait. What I do, this is what I do, and this is what I've done long term. And it's worked. But like I said, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. When they were talking about EV, before EV was popular, I was buying EV stocks. When the 19 virus, I call it the 19. You know what I'm saying? When they lock folks in the house, I was buying cruise line stocks. I was buying Blockbuster stock. I bought before the lockdown Moderna and Pfizer. You do the math. If you go back and see where it went to where it is, the heights. I'm telling you, I don't just talk about this. I do this. But the point is, I want to be sure that everyone around me wins. If your whole team ain't winning, you ain't winning. If I can't say, your wellness, you and your husband, I'm going to Belize. Meet me and my family in Belize. I bet we got you, Young Riaz, OG Brand, RX Nails. Hey, meet my family in Belize. I'm going to Belize. Here, Tamika Davis, Resilient Dead. Hey, yo, we going to Belize. Oh, the community. Oh, yeah, okay, great. We gotta meet up, in Belize. So we all roll into Belize. And we gonna go to Belize to have fun for Christmas. If I can't say that to our community, and we all can't make a move in sync, that means welcome in, welcome in. That means to me, I feel as though we're lacking. Everyone has their own thing. There are people who do exercise, fitness, wellness. There's people who, do nails, RX nails. There's people who do stocks and things of that nature. There's people who help the community. There's people who help build the community. There's people who do mukbangs, Fisher Jamia, and things of that nature. OG Brand cooks. Miss Khadija cooks and things like that. Gives inspiration. Drea Lachey. There's people who do things for the community. And help build. Miss T with the T. Help build things with the community. Farms. J3 Farms and things of that nature. There's people who build the community. Eco Neighbor and his wife, Miss Gigi. There's people who build things in the community, but everyone has their place in the community. It may not necessarily be the person you like, and that's a whole nother rant for another day. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Everyone's different in our community. Okay. There's some people who love this, and this, but it doesn't make them weird. It doesn't make them an outsider. Oh, I'm Mr. Popular. I'm Mrs. Popular. I'm going to step on the little man to get up higher. It doesn't make them popular. It doesn't make you better than someone else because I got, 10 million subscribers and this person got 2. I got 500,000 subscribers and this person got 1. I'm going to step on the little man to get up. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, I got 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to step on this person to get up. No, listen, for me, if everybody ain't winning, I don't feel like I won. Hear what I'm saying. If everybody's not winning, I don't feel like I've won because that's what God put inside of me. Welcome in, welcome in. That's what God put inside of me. That's what God created me to do, to help in that aspect. And it's okay if people don't like me. It's okay. I love you though. I love you though. I love you though. I ain't got nothing but love for you. You can talk about me behind the scenes in the community and send messages and this person did this. Listen, no shade to anyone. I'm a silly person. Guess what? If you know me, I'm silly. Being silly doesn't make you weird. Being silly means you're just silly. But it's all love for me, for everyone. I ain't got no hate. When I say no hate in my body for no one, I want to see everyone win. That part. You're right, Ms. Wellness. I want to see everyone win. And if you're not in the community to help everybody win, and it's a popularity contest. If you're not in my clique, I'm not going to promote you. If you're not in my section of the bar, I'm not going to say, go over here. Oh, this, and this. I'm not going to point you in the right direction because I don't like this person. I don't like what this person did. Listen, I ain't got nothing but love for you. I ain't got nothing but love for you. Matter of fact, hold on. I gotta pull something up. Hold on. I wasn't gonna show this. I had somebody in the community say that I stole something from them. Okay, listen. This is a trophy. It says best dress, 60th birthday, 2018. I got a trophy for being at a 70s party. My father's 70th birthday party, 60th birthday party at a 70s party, 2018. My parents didn't know who I was because I was being silly. Listen, ain't nothing but love, y'all. Anything I show, I've been branding myself since the you-do machine. If you don't know what the you-do machine is, look it up. The you-do machine. I'm going to put it up. You-do machine was a silk screening machine back in the days, okay? Now, what does it have to do with Bitcoin? You're probably saying, I don't understand what this has to do with Bitcoin. This is a short rant. I'm getting back on. It's just 30-second rant. The U-Do machine was available in 2003. I had it in 2003 when it came out. I've been doing shirts before 2000. Why? Because I wanted to brand myself. After I got out of high school, I wanted to brand myself. I had a trademark in 2001, 2002. Like, all jokes aside, there's a lot of things I've done, but I just don't talk about. Why? Because there's a lot of people in our community that do things, but I don't want you to feel as though I'm trying to copy you or anything like that. But we all have a part. We all educate. Educate the natural. 10. Now, there's no shade to 10. There's no shade to anybody. So don't think I'm throwing shade. Okay. I'm just saying, in the community, our point and our part is to help each other, to help each other grow, to make sure that everyone wins. If my team ain't winning, if the people I rock with and the people I don't rock with ain't winning, I don't feel like I've won. Period. That's just me. That's why I'm on live right now, telling you about what's going on, the news that you can use. So, what's the takeaways from this? What is the takeaways from this live? The takeaway is number one takeaway, we got to make movement. Number two, the last time you learned Robert said anything, he came on the scene. He came on the scene, made his first video. Have I made any steps towards doing better as it relates to myself, as it relates to that? Have I did anything to make myself better as it relates to that? Make movement. Yes. Number three, help someone. In this year, you may have 1,000 subs. Show somebody how you got to 1,000 subs. You may have 100 subs. Show that person how you got to 100 subs. You may have 10,000 subs. Show that person how you got to 10,000 subs. Lift somebody up, because you don't know what person is going to help you up later. If we all link arms and help everybody, we'll be a lot better. If I share the information, guess what? I feel as though I've done my part. However, I'm still upset because I don't feel like everyone has won as it relates to this Bitcoin situation. I'm looking on my timeline, trying to see when I started. It's over a year ago when I posted videos on this particular channel, but I'm trying to see when I posted something. And I have to look at that a little bit later. I've created a lot of shorts and a lot of content, over 220 something videos. But we have to be sure that we're doing what we need to do to get to the next level. Talk about fractional shares, and that video was 8 months ago. So I came on the scene talking about some things that we did. Okay. 8 months ago, almost a year ago. I know I talked about something over a year ago. Okay. So we have to be sure from this point, from the beginning of my channel to now. Thank you for the over 1,000 subs. Welcome in, welcome in. We have to be sure that we are making a move. We have to be sure that we are, water moves. If water stays stagnant, it stinks. Hear me out. Water flows. If water stays stagnant in the bucket, it starts to stink. We got to help someone. We have to lift each other up. And we have to make sure that we have a better year. I know that sounds kind of weird, but help someone have a better year. Ain't it the same thing? No. Have a better year. Last year, can I be transparent with you? I lost my grandmother in 2018. Okay. Um, Me and my grandmother used to act silly with each other. Okay. Um, and with that being said, we laid her to rest January 1st, 2019. Her birthday, we had a birthday party, surprise birthday party on her birthday, January 13th. It was her 80th surprise party planned, but she didn't make it to the surprise party. Fast forward, every year, my grandmother's birthday is January 13th. I celebrate my grandmother's birthday. And the one thing about my grandmother, she would always pretty much ask me a question. I'm not going to tell you the phrase, but she would ask a question, and it would pretty much mean like, "Hey, give me some knowledge," in a sense of what it means. My grandma was country, so I'm not going to go into the slang or whatever. But she would pretty much, in a sense, say, "Hey, tell me something good today." And then after I say that, she would say, "Well, who did you share that with?" At my grandmother's funeral, there were people I didn't know. There were people who I thought, I was like, who is this? And everyone shared a story of how my grandmother helped them. The question is, when your hourglass time, when your time in this hourglass ends, what are people gonna say at your um, timing? What are they gonna say? Are they gonna say you learned Robert helped people? Are they gonna say he was stuck up and arrogant? Are they going to say, you learned Robert wanted to be sure the community was together? And I'm using myself as an example. Are they going to say, that you learned Robert, was arrogant and stuck up? You learned Robert didn't help people. He amassed wealth, but he was a bully. Are they going to say, you know what? You learned Robert was helpful. Hey, you learned Robert did this, 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 and this. You learned Robert helped me get to here. Are they gonna say wellness helped me to do this? If I didn't listen to wellness, my health would have been here, here, and here. Like I said, RX Nails tutored me, showed me how to do some nails so that I can grow my business to the next level. RX Nails put me under her wing, and she showed me how to get to the next level in business. Are they gonna say OG Brand took me to the house and he showed me how to cook that roast, slow roast. Are they gonna say Miss Khadija? She was there and she made sure that I was okay, even though she was there and she showed me how to cook this. She showed me how to cook that. She showed me how to do that. Are they gonna say Tamika Davis? She was always sharing some information to help other people. What are they gonna say? Resilient Dad. He was always giving to others and helping others and help create. Fisher Jamia. She was showing me how to do this, this, and this. What are people gonna say when that hourglass ends? Because as I've been talking, this has been going down, but the sad reality is we don't know the time or the hour when we gonna check out. We thought my grandma was gonna make it. I was actually chilling in my condo when I found out. I was in Florida. And I was chilling in my condo in Florida, and I found out at Christmas. Passed on the 28th. I was in Florida, sitting down, having a great time, and I found out. Later to rest, while people were celebrating New Year's, I laid her to rest. So what I'm saying is she didn't make it to that point. But man, I thought this was about a Bitcoin ETF, Robert. You went dark. You went real dark. No, I'm not going dark. I'm trying to help people to understand that where we are right now, how are we going to get to the next level? How are we going to get? What are you going to do so others can say, yeah, I appreciate them. Yeah, they helped me with that. Yeah, they showed me this. Yeah, they were able to get me to there. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to do my part. Now, I fight internally because I want everyone to win. So for me, when I don't see everyone winning, it's like, man, I'm not doing my part. That's just my internal beef. Because my grandmother would say, what are you learning? And she would listen. And then she said, well, who else have you told? So what have you learned? Who else have you told? What have you done? Who else have you helped? And are you going to be stagnant water this year? Are you going to be moving water? I want you to be moving. $1 ain't gonna make nobody jump off a bridge. I hope not. And YouTube, don't come for me. I'm using this as an analogy, saying, it's an analogy in the African American community. Okay. So no, I don't condone any violence or any suicidal things or anything. Okay. So help understand YouTube for the algorithm. Okay. What are we gonna do? Okay. With this Bitcoin thing, you can listen to you learn and say, oh, that's wonderful, valuable information. We can listen to you learn and say, oh, that was so sweet. I like how he did this. We can say, "Oh, you learn was he said some valuable things. Pat on his back. I'm gonna help him." Are we going to do what we need to do to get to the next level? That's the question. Because 3 months ago, and from my channel, from what I looked at 8 months ago, I told you about certain things. I had a live, and the live, I know for a fact, the live talked about crypto and things of that nature. I know for a fact. I know for a fact. 8 months, crypto, stocks, and more. I'm looking at the live right now. So the question is, are we going to sit here and hear the information? Just like people sit here, oh, Wellness does a wonderful job exercising. Oh, she does a good job. One day I'm going to exercise. One day I'm going to get off my couch and do something to help myself. No shade to anybody. I'm just throwing out, you know, oh, man, are we going to reach out? Are we going to say, you know what, Wellness, I appreciate you. I decided to take a walk after I ate now. So now I go on walks because of the Jay Jordan and Wellness for Frugal Mom. I go on walks now. Now that I eat, I don't just go to sleep and lay down and go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? What are we going to do with this information? It's not about me, because I already know the information. This really is about help continuing my grandmother's legacy. That's what really it's about. To make sure that, first of all, my Father in heaven is happy, and my grandmother is happy with what I'm doing. Robert, you can have all this, but if you haven't helped anyone, what is it? What is it? Money is nothing. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Money is nothing. You can't take money with you. Welcome in, welcome in. You can't take it with you. Once you go on, the money, you can have it on you, but somebody might dig it up and get it off you. You've seen some stories. Money is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. However, we're supposed to grow our wealth, and we're supposed to do things to get to that next level. Okay. I want you, this is the homework. Okay. I'm giving you some homework to the next time I come on live. Your homework is to research the Bitcoin ETF. I know I shared some things with you, but go on CNBC, MSNBC, Bloomberg, Forbes, Forbes. Go on those sites, Yahoo Finance, Google. Go on those sites and see about what's going on. Okay, that's your homework. Also, look into, if you're not already doing that, stepping to the next level and at least attempting to do something. And what I mean by that, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. You have to do your own due diligence research. But if you invest something, if you decide to make that move, don't invest your kids' college funds, tuition, your mortgage payment, rent, car note, things of that nature. But we all have some type of disposable income that we throw away. Maybe $2, $5, $1, $10, something that you, if something happens, you're like, oh, okay, you ain't gonna, try to beat me up in the parking lot. No shade. Okay, make a move. That's the whole point in this year. I wanted to go live to do that and say that. That was the whole point. All right. Now, like I said, I don't want you to come for me, trying to run me over. Get him. Somebody, man, that dude made me lose $10. You trying to hit me, the Billy Club. Like, I don't like, listen, I'm non-violent, you know, I'm non-violent. Simple. But I'm saying to you, we have to make action steps, because a lot of times we will hear stuff, but we won't do stuff. Oh, they said knowledge is power. You learn? No, applied knowledge is power. Not knowledge. Applied knowledge is power. It does not matter. If you don't do anything, it's not knowledge. Applied knowledge is power. What are we going to apply to the situation? What are we going to do? How are we going to move forward? Because I told you, based on my channel, 8 months ago, 3 months ago, and I'm sure over a year ago, if I look back at my first video about certain things. Okay. Even let me look at something real quick while we're talking. Even stocks. Um, And I'm looking at this real quick. There's a stock, and I'm not telling you this what you should or shouldn't invest in. There's a stock called Riot, Riot. Riot. Let me just see where Riot is right now, because that um, is a stock that is up. Let's see, Riot. I'm looking down at my investments. Riot is up today. In the last month, Riot is up over. It's RIOT. It's up over 11% over the last month. Now it's 10%. It's fluctuating because the market is open. It's $15.58 as the time is recording. A year ago, it is up 182% over a year ago. Yeah, I have some Riot in my portfolio, and I'm not telling you how much, but nonetheless, what Riot does is on the blockchain. Um, yeah. So the thing is, do some learning. You learn. Come back. I've given you all of the details of the deets of what's going on, who who's who in it, and things of that nature. I told you about the different asset classes, the different people, companies. I'm going to go over it one last time, just so that we can have it one last time. Okay, it's going to be very quick. Give me one moment. One moment, please. Okay, and even with me saying this right now, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Even with me saying this, Bitcoin surges past $49,000. So just because they have the actual approval, mine said 48,000. Somebody else just said it was over 49,000. Hmm. Hmm. So I wonder. The thing is, if you have $50 billion in assets for certain things. Now, I can tell you and I can assure you, Grayscale has more assets. Okay, BlackRock, the company BlackRock, they have some assets. They're valued at a lot of money. But Bitcoin ETF, I want you to Google this just so you can know. Okay, ETF list. So I just Googled Bitcoin ETF list. Okay, and I'm looking for the thing I was looking at. So pretty much you got Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust, you got Valkyrie, you got a Fidelity ETF, you got ARK, that's another ETF that actually got approved as well. And I'm sorry, y'all. Generally speaking, with me not seeing on my screen, I see your comments now. Like I said, I had a house full of people. I got twin nieces that are 3 years old, and when it comes to touching things, they like touching everything. When I say they go in rooms and start moving stuff and touching stuff, no shade to my nieces. I love them. Okay. So if y'all see this, yeah, I'm talking junk about y'all, but I still love you. Yeah. I'm going to go over it one more time, real quick. Okay. So pretty much, the list is uh, 11 spot ETFs got approved today. The list is BlackRock iShares. That's IBIT. You got ARK Invest, which is ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. That's ARKB. Wisdom Tree Bitcoin Fund. That's BTCW. Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF, BTCO. Bitwise ETF, BITB. Van Eck Bitcoin Trust. That's HODL. Oh, wow. That's funny. Franklin ETF, EZBC. Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust, FBTC. Van Dyke Van Dyke Bitcoin Fund, BRRR, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, Handek Bitcoin ETF, DEFI. Now, the reason I said it's funny, we're talking about branding. Hey, what's up, Sweet Thumb? We're talking about branding earlier, okay? And the reason why I said we're talking about buying something and just waiting for the long term. In crypto, they say HODL, HODL, which stands for hold on for dear life. And I'm laughing because someone named their Bitcoin ETF HODL, HODL. And that's great marketing. Great marketing. Because every time somebody Googles HODL, they're going to pull up their ETF and they're going to see hold on for dear life. But then they're going to say, oh, what's this? Great free marketing. Oh, that was wonderful, 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 wonderful. Then DeFi, which is another term in the stock terminology, excuse me, crypto terminology. Um, that's funny. It amazes me. Wellness for Free Mama Sweet Thumb is saying, what's up? Sweet Thumb said, what's up? To you, Wellness. Wellness said, what's up, Sweet Thumb? But it's funny that they did that. And pretty much the funny part about it is they're cleared to start trading today. And I'm sure by the end of the day, they're going to be a lot of things. So pretty much the funny part about this is there's a lot of money riding on these ETFs. There's a lot of money riding on these ETFs. Let me help you to understand something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of money running on the ETFs. Yep, I searched that one as soon as you said it. There's a lot of money running on these ETFs. Now, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice, Sweet Thumb. I'm just throwing out things that are out here. Do your own due diligence. But it's funny that certain things are doing certain things. Okay, I'm telling y'all, this right here, this right here, man, this right here, man, this right here is some of the things that people are going to be talking about in 10 years. Because people are going to say, where were you, Wellness, when they approved this Bitcoin ETF? Where were you? Where were you, Sweet Thumb? Where were you, you know, Young Riaz? Where were you, OG Brand? Where were you, RX Nails? Where were you, Miss Khadija? Where were you, Resilient Dale? Where were you, Tamika Davis, official Jamia? Where were you when they approved this? What were you doing? And then people are going to be talking about this. Are you going to be sitting with your great grandkids and I remember I was on the computer talking and listening. I was doing some work in the garden and looking at my greens. And I was over there and I heard Brother You Learn talking about Bitcoin. Now, the reason why we have this today is because we decided to get serious about our investing. He told us he wasn't an investment advisor or giving investment advice. So I took it upon myself to do some research and I did the due diligence and I decided to stand, not believing I would lose some of my friends. That's a song, y'all. I decided to take a stand, not believing I would lose some of my friends. Anyway, I'm being silly, but yes. Here's some places that went lower. Right now, Coinbase and Robinhood shares are lower despite of the Bitcoin ETF. Now, here's the cool part about it. Coinbase is going to be the custodial for some of these companies. So that's a great thing. Some people, when I said buy the rumor, sell the news, some people believe. And let me look at something while we're talking. We're talking live. Remember, I was looking at some things, and I'm not telling you they should or shouldn't invest in Coinbase. I'm just looking at my stuff to see something. Now, remember, some people buy stuff just because and then they sell off just because. I want to see where Coinbase is. Yes, the ticker symbol is COIN, and I do have it in my portfolio. I'm not saying you should buy it. Okay. All right. There we go. From the time I purchased it, I'm just going to let this out. I really sit down and looked at it, all this stuff, October last year. My phone has been dinging all day. Exactly. From the time I invested in Coinbase, I'm not telling you to invest or not to invest. My portfolio on Coinbase is up. I'm not going to give you the exact amount because it's more than this amount, but it's up over 30%. And it is over 30%. It's a lot more. Riot, from the time I invested in Riot, I'm not telling you to invest in Riot blockchain. From the time I invested in Riot in my portfolio, it is up over 15%. I'm not going to give you the exact number. I'm not going to tell you what percentage my Bitcoin is. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm just going to tell you I'm not going to say anything that I'm not personally doing. Um, and this is a monumental occasion right now. I'm smiling. Um, and the reason why I'm smiling, I did something, and you might catch this Easter egg. You might catch this Easter egg in this live if you were listening. Remember, I told you all that uh, investing $20 in Bitcoin um, was over. Uh, so if you'd invested over $20 in Bitcoin, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking at something. I need to focus. Remember, I said $20 in Bitcoin would have been well over, and I'm just showing an estimate of over $300. I did something as a test. Okay, I did something as a test to be sure of something. I wanted to test something out, and I wanted to see every time. I never sold anything. I don't. My personal opinion is I sell. I use the long term. I don't believe in buying something, turn buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. I don't do that. I buy something, and when I see it's red, red means if you bought it at 47, it goes to 45. It's in my budget. I buy some more in the red. I don't buy when it's green. I buy when it pulls back. Okay, and I do that over a long period of time. By doing so, you are going to be okay, but you have to make a move, and you can't be afraid to make a move because, like I said, stagnant water stinks. Think about it. You put a bucket of water outside and just let it sit, you're going to see a lot of things growing in that bucket of water. It's going to have a little stench to that bucket of water, right? Right. And, if you don't cover it, there's some things that's going to happen. Water is meant to move. Algae could grow in that water, right? Just like resources, it's not meant to, hey, Riaz is saying, hey, Sweet Thumb. It's not meant to just sit still. It's meant to move for a reason. Okay. It's meant to move for a reason. So, what does the spot ETF mean for you? What does it mean for you? Pretty much, they're saying, the SEC is saying, which stands for the Security Exchange Commission, they approved it, and it's the first ever Bitcoin ETF. Okay, happened Wednesday, and it began to trade on today, Thursday. All right, it happened after about five something. After five, I was looking at my phone. I was happy when it happened, but what does it mean for you? All right, it means, so imagine. Okay, I want you to imagine something. I'm going to give you this analogy. Imagine wellness. I'm going to use you for an example. Wellness does workouts and exercise, you all. So if you don't know Wellness with Frugal Mama, check her out. She does exercises in the morning. Great channel to keep you motivated and working out. The Jay Jordan does exercise as well. Great channel as well. But let's just say, all right, Wellness, for example, with Frugal Mama, um, had to carry her weights, right? Her barbells, her resistance bands, her dumbbells, her weighted jump ropes, her hula hoops, all her stuff to the park every time she went to work out. She had to load her SUV or truck up or car or van up and load all her equipment up and carry it to the park. Our young Red Sweet Sam saying, "What's up?" She had to carry it to the park, right? Let's just say she had to do that. And every time she wanted to go somewhere, she had to carry that stuff there. If she wanted to go to the beach, she had to carry it to the beach. She had to carry it to the airport. Let's say the airport let her, use all this stuff and carry it. She had to carry it everywhere she went, right? And now, let's say someone says, "You know what, Wellness, I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to carry the load for you, but it's going to be for a fee. I'm going to charge you a percentage because these ETFs are not going to do this for free now. They're going to charge you a percentage on what they make. But I'm going to do this for free. And with this, I'm going to charge you a fee, a percentage, a holding fee for doing this for you." I'm sure. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If Wellness for Frugal Mama carried all those weights, and let's imagine you doing this. Let's imagine you did the same thing. Young Riaz, Sweet Thumb, carrying all this DJ equipment, carrying all this stuff around. The OG brand. You had to carry all this stuff, the big cooler, all your seasonings, all of your equipment to go ahead and cook, Miss Khadija. You had to carry all that with you. I'm good, fam, from Running Your Ridge. You had to carry all that with you, right? Let's just imagine everywhere you go, you had to carry it with you, carry it with you, carry it with you, no matter what you do. And someone says to you, "I'm going to take the burden from you. Just tell me where you're going, and I'll have it for you when you get there." So that's what this means as an ETF. Okay. What happens is prior to, oh, that's funny. Have a thumb drive right here. So let's just say this had crypto on it, which it does not. This does not have crypto on it, but you could put crypto on something like this. Okay. It had, let's just say for argument's sake, this has crypto. This does not have crypto on it, but let's just say it did. They have devices that have crypto and it looks somewhat similar to this. But let's just say it is this for argument's sake. So you had this and your crypto was with you. You went swimming. Oh my goodness, where did my crypto go? If this goes out, then I'm done. Now you also have keys, and what keys is a phrase. It's different phrases that's called the keys. Uh, it depends on what platform, but it's different phrases that you have to enter in good order to unlock it. So if you get locked out, if you don't enter those phrases, then you're done. It's over with. You're finished. If you lose this thumb drive, young Riaz, go into a concert and someone bump into you and they take it, you're done. You're finished. You're over with. OG brand. If you was doing something and then it drops in the grill, Miss Khadija, if it drops outside of your purse, you're done based on the facts. Now, someone is saying you don't have to carry this around no more. You don't have to put this in the safety deposit box and put this somewhere in your house and carry all the phrases. We're going to do it for you, but we are going to make sure that we charge you a percentage for it, though. But you don't have to worry about all that other stuff. That's pretty much what they're saying that they're doing. They're making it so that investors will feel more safer for that, because there have been crypto exchanges who have went under. Now, if you don't know, you can invest in crypto and what they call that thing, Cash App. Yeah, and you can invest in some stocks in Cash App. Yeah, I was shocked. My dad is over 60, what, 65, over 65, and in his 50s, late 50s, he was talking about crypto. When I was talking about crypto to him, and he was like, "Yeah, Cash App has crypto." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like, so, my dad, he invests in crypto through certain things because he doesn't like all that, that extra jazz, as he says. So imagine Cash App and PayPal. Exactly. Yes, Cash App has it. It has it is a real way to go. Signal for me. So yes. So he just, does stuff over time. What he'll say is my dad fish a lot. I'm trying to get him to get into YouTube. He fishes a lot. A great fisherman. He's come in Like I'm talking about big major pro tournaments. They got professional tournaments. Um, and 800 boaters. He's come in third place before, 9 boaters, third place, eighth place, 11th place. He's top with some of the big boys on the major circuit, seventh place. So he does this. You know, when he retired, he does this. He's a good fisherman. I was like, man, why don't you just hook a GoPro to you and do this? So that's a whole nother gripe. That yeah, you need to go ahead and do your channel. Be serious with it. I'll keep telling you. You're over there throwing that rod, you know, winning big fish and all that, you know, put it on the tube. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But the thing about Cash App is if you lose your phone or whatever, all you got to do is just, put in your information, it goes up, right? PayPal, same thing, it comes back up. But what they're saying is, if Cash App goes out of business, I personally don't think Cash App or PayPal will go out of business. I think they will be purchased by someone else because of the convenience for people. Remember, there's convenience. I like to reinvest my dividends. I don't get that with Cash App. Exactly, Wellness for Frugal Mama. Exactamundo. Exactly. And that's what I do as far as the dividends. You're 100% right. I never, when I say I never get a dividend, it goes right back into the stock the dividend comes from. I never go out and say, oh, I got a dividend check. Let me do this. No, it's automatically set to reinvest. But so Cash App or whatever case may be, or whatever, TD Ameritrade, Trade Station, Robinhood, Fidelity, E-Trade, whatever it is, you decide to invest in, whatever app, you know, you got to realize certain apps allow you to do certain things. Certain apps allow you to invest more than other apps. So they may have a small selection of crypto and stocks. Some apps may say, we don't do this anymore. But one thing I'm going to tell you is Bitcoin has over 51% of the crypto market. Yeah, that's right. 51% of the crypto market right now. Let me help you to understand that. I'm going to give you something for the people who are here and who have still stayed with me. CoinMarketCap.com. CoinMarketCap. COIN marketcap.com. CoinMarketCap.com. You can go there and it tells you the number one assets right now. Okay. Number one assets right now. And it's all the assets that are in there. Bitcoin right now has 51% of the assets that are traded. Now, here's the cool part about it. I want you to understand right now. Hear me clearly, okay? Do you know how much money is traded right now? The global crypto market cap is 1.8 trillion with a T, trillion dollars. The total market cap volume over the last 24 hours is 132.2 billion, which makes a 47% increase. The total volume in DeFi is currently 9.9888.756% of the crypto market in 24 hours. Bitcoin's dominance right now is 51%. Remember I told you, over 51%. So I don't think you heard me. With this Bitcoin ETF, in the last 24 hours, yes, that's right, over $132 billion have come in the crypto market. I don't think y'all understand that. 132 billion in the last 24 hours have rolled into the crypto market because they were anticipating this crypto situation. Now, Bitcoin is not the only thing out there. You got Ethereum, you got Solana, you got XRP, you got Cardano, Dogecoin, Polkadot, Tron, Polygon, Shiba Inu. There's a lot of other cryptos out there, okay? What's up, Buddha? How you doing? $1.8 trillion. So this ain't something, oh, well, you learned been talking about something. But the global market cap for crypto as of this recording is $1.8 trillion. Over a 6% increase in less than a day. Over 6%. $132 billion came in the market in less than 24 hours. And Bitcoin has a 51% dominance, which means you got 51% that has Bitcoin. So you take 100% of the pie. 51% of the pie is Bitcoin. Guess what? 49% is divided to all the other cryptos. That's why this was so important. Hey, Simply Sarah, how you doing? Hey, Frugal Mama, Buddha saying hello. So what I'm telling you is all this, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All this stuff that's going on, you got to realize that Bitcoin. Good morning, Robert. This is awesome news. Thank you. I appreciate you, Buddha. Appreciate you, Miss Simply Sarah, and everyone in here. Miss Wellness, Sweet Thumb, people in the background, Young Riaz, everyone. OG Brand, Miss Khadija, RX Nails, Miss Khadija, Tamika, Resilient Dead, Official Jimmy. I appreciate everyone. Miss Sarah, Miss Wellness is saying hello. So what I'm saying to you, if I have not given you anything of value, oh my goodness. I don't think y'all really, I'm trying to, like, for me personally, can't tell you what to do with your money, but most likely already in your hand. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Sweet Thumb. Simply Sarah saying hello, Wellness. I'm not showing you the excitement that I have, but y'all don't understand. I've been talking. Hey, Frozen Hearted. Hey, how you doing? Buddha and Trending support. Hey, what's up, Buddha? Appreciate you. Trending and Buddha, appreciate you. Hey, y'all don't understand that the actual uh, increase of what I've been talking about. Listen, y'all, this is not something new. I've been doing this before 2011. This is not something new to me. However, as I said, my grandma Trending. What's up? What's up? What's up? Trending. Hey, how you doing? I've been doing this uh, before then. I'm talking about in crypto. Before investing, I've been doing this. Lord, I've been talking about this or knowing about this since after high school. Let me go back. Now, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. I remember. Thank you, Trending. And thank you everyone who shared me out as well. I can't see all the analytics. Everyone who shared me out and liked the video, I appreciate you. Official Jamia said that earlier on the chat. If you have shared this out and liked the video, I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't see the analytics right now. I got 3-year-old nieces. I took cameras and stuff. You know, lot of stuff going on. I'm not using that as an excuse, but a lot of stuff going on. When you have 3-year-olds, you know. I thank you, Buddha. Trending Wellness is saying hello. If you have a 3-year-old or you have 3-year-old nieces or nephews, you understand they touch everything, right? They go everywhere. They touch everything. Ain't nothing off limits, right? Hey, great, sir, Young Riaz. Young Riaz saying hello. Hey, Trending. Buddha says you can do a live of how we can get started and what we need to know. Exactly, Buddha. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'll take that in consideration. I'm gonna rewatch this live. Exactly. I appreciate you, Buddha, because I did a lot of valuable information as well. Now, remember, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. I'm giving you news that is actually out here. Okay. I'm telling you what's going on so that you can know what's going on. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm telling you what's going on. Because remember, as we spoke, they can tell you when we first started this live, and I'm going to look again just so we can all be on the same page. But when we first started this live, Bitcoin was like 47,000. Now it's over 48,000, $48,650.10, over 4%. Awesome, sir. I don't have knowledge on that. Wonderful. I'm glad you're here. I'm giving you some information, but remember you do your own due diligence research as well. But I'm giving you the tools. Remember, hey, this is like an auto zone. I'm giving you the information, how to do it. You take the tools, do your research, go ahead and get it done. All right. Not telling you to take off your alternator, but I'm showing you the steps you can take off your alternator. And, if you do this, you'll potentially be okay. However, make sure you don't just throw every dollar you have in something without understanding, because you can lose it. Uh, that's possible. This can go the other way. However, my personal opinion is, even if it goes lower, Ben wanted to learn. Exactly. I got you. I got you. If this goes lower, I'm just remember it's 48,000. Okay. So I'm doing this because of this recording, so I can have this stamped. If Bitcoin breaks $50,000 today, it's going to go on a route run. Meaning, if it breaks 50,000, which is a resistance, 47 was a resistance level, 48. If it breaks, I'm looking here. If it breaks, because 47 was a key resistance level, and I'm looking on my phone, I'm not looking on my big chart. So all my Bitcoiners and people who do technical analysis don't come from me. I'm looking at my phone, so I'm using this on the phone. Okay, how much to get in a stock? So Bitcoin is better than crypto. I want to invest some big money. So what books do I need to research? Oh, I can't lose it because money don't got money to replace it. But thank you. Oh snap. Yeah. Here's the thing, Buddha. I'm looking at percentages over long term. Okay. Most people invest anywhere between a 5 to 10 year term. I don't. I personally don't say I'm going to invest something for tomorrow. That's a day trader. Yes. Could I day trade? Yes. However, for me to day trade, um, most beginners, in my opinion, should learn and not try to day trade because they're going to potentially lose their shirt. Okay. When it comes down to it, you need to sit down and say, how much do I need to save? You need to have something in your savings, for an emergency fund, and then you need to say, after I did this, paid, did some stuff, what percentage do I need to invest? Now, me personally, it's 10, 10, 10, meaning I give 10 to charity or church, I save 10%, and I invest 10%. That's just my personal opinion. 70%, 50% goes towards, bills and stuff like that. The other 20% goes in other things. We're not going to get into that, but everyone has their own thing that they do. Okay. You have to look at what your thing is. Bitcoin is a form of crypto, right? Yes. Bitcoin is a form of crypto. Bitcoin. Okay. So here's the thing. Wellness, Miss Wellness for Frugal Mama is married. Okay. Correct? I'm correct, right, Miss Wellness? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Miss Wellness Frugal Mama is married. I know she has a child, right? Okay, so she has a child, at least one child. Okay, how many children do you have, Miss Wellness? If you don't mind me asking, I know you have a daughter because I saw it on your page, but two boys. Oh, you have two boys. I thought you had a daughter. Oh, two boys. I'm sorry, Miss Wellness. You have two boys. Oh, wow. Sorry. You have two boys. I'm sorry. My apologies. Let me back up. Let me retract that. Miss Wellness is married. She has two boys. I'm using this as an example. Okay. So let's say Mr. Wellness. Oh, I appreciate it. I didn't want you to hold it against me. Let's say Mr. Wellness, right? Mr. Wellness. We're going to use Mr. Wellness. Mr. Wellness is Bitcoin, right? So he's Bitcoin, the head of the house. Because based on what I see from Miss Wellness, she's a believer. So the Bitcoin, the head of the house, right? So Miss Frugal Mama is an altcoin. So anything other than Bitcoin is considered an alternate. Alt means alternate, an alternate coin. So Bitcoin is the main thing, and everything else are alternates. Okay, so in basketball, you got LeBron James and everyone else, right? Not saying everyone else don't matter because the team makes it. And I'm using this for an example. I'm not going to use another player who played for Chicago because they don't like people to put his name out there. So I ain't gonna put your name out there. You ain't got to worry about that. But LeBron James, or you got Steph Curry, right? And you got others. So you got Mr. Wellness as Bitcoin, which is the main coin, 51%. So even though Miss Wellness and Mr. Wellness may talk, right? Mr. Wellness, if Miss Wellness says, "Hey, I don't think we should do this," Mr. Wellness, as a married couple, probably gonna say, "Okay, well, I think we should do it this way." They're gonna discuss it, and from there, pray about it or whatever the case may be. They do, and then from there, Mr. Wellness may say, "Okay, well, I think we should do this," and then whatever. Okay, I'm just using this as an example. It may work that way, it may not. Okay, based on their marriage. So I'm not, getting all of that. But what I'm saying is, Bitcoin is the main thing. Okay, Bitcoin main coin. That's like the first birthed, right? The firstborn, right? And then you have Ethereum, which is a alternate coin, second born, or Bitcoin, which is Mr. Wellness, Ethereum, which is Mrs. Wellness. Okay, they both have value, but they have different functionalities. Okay, so you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you got other coins. Okay, so what happens is, um, let's just say the other coins are her boys, okay, just for argument's sake. All right, so what happens is this: Bitcoin has 51% of value, the money that is in the market. Okay, the market cap, the total amount of money Bitcoin has in the market. That's what Bitcoin has. So right now, Bitcoin's market cap, give me a second, I'm about to show you. And I got a lot going on with my screen, so I apologize, people. Like I said, I don't know what is going on with my computer. I don't know if someone pressed something or what, but I know I know what it has to do with, but I have to deal with that once I get off this live. I'll deal with that later. So right now it fluctuates. Market cap. Bitcoin market cap as of now is this. That's the number, right? That's the number. The total amount of money that is in the total crypto market is over 1.8 trillion dollars. Now it's going to fluctuate, give or take. Okay, so Bitcoin is the main coin, and then you have the alternate coins that are in the Bitcoin clan per se. Excuse me, in the crypto clan. Okay, so one of the tools that you can use is coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com. CoinMarketCap.com, coinmarketcap.com. That is one of the tools that you can use to actually go see the information I'm talking about. Okay, so Bitcoin out of $1.8 trillion, and it's 1.78 now, so people are taking some profit. So let's just say I'm sure it's going to be well over 1.6 trillion before the market ends, or 1.5 trillion. Bitcoin has over this amount, and I already know what the number is, but this number is going to fluctuate. So that's why I threw it in there. It will fluctuate. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, okay, remember it's Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum has value as well. Ethereum at the time of this recording is $2,623.13. Ethereum's market cap as of this recording, and it's going to fluctuate. Give me a second. That's Ethereum's market cap. Yep, some people talking. I took a couple alts myself. Exactly. That's Bitcoin's, excuse me, Ethereum's market cap. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So that's Ethereum's market cap. So if you add Bitcoin and Ethereum, they hold a large percentage of the total market cap, meaning the total amount of money, right? So let's just say you go to the grocery store. Some people buy meat. That may be the total, the larger percentage. I don't eat meat, but that's to each his own. Okay. So some people buy meat, then they buy veggies and sides and things of that nature. So the most of your budget for most people is going to be meat or some type of alternate protein source, right? That's going to be the total amount. Then some people are going to buy vegetables to match their meat. Okay, I'm going to buy, let's say, mahi mahi, and then I'm going to get asparagus and potatoes, or a salad and this. So my major money is going to go on mahi mahi, but the little money is going to go to vegetables. Or some people just juice and they buy mostly vegetables, which is expensive. So think about it like that. You're going grocery shopping. Most people, 51% of the market is on Bitcoin, meaning if you're in Vegas and you had to gamble and you put $100 down, 51% of the times, based on the numbers, it's going to hit on Bitcoin, meaning more people are going to make sure Bitcoin stays propped up. Okay. Just my opinion, not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. Please do the research as well. So you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, and you got other coins. So Bitcoin is the first coin created, the first thing created. Then everything else is considered alt, which is alternate coins, Bitcoin and altcoins. Okay. All right. So when it comes down to it, you got to understand, even in the army, you know, even in the army, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Wellness, were you in the army before? Were you in the army? Were you in the service? Army, Navy, Marines? So even if she's not in here right now, but nonetheless, let's think about the army. Okay, you got a commander, captain, admiral, whatever, and you got different people. National Army, National Guard. Thank you for your service. So when it comes down to it, when you go to PT, there's somebody going to give you your command, right? So they got different ranks in the army. All right. So the highest rank in this army is Bitcoin. Then you have Ethereum, right? So pretty much, generally speaking, if I'm not mistaken, the National Guard is called on if something happens on the act of war. So what happens, wellness, if she's still active, goes to training, and she may go on a mission on that training, and they may do PT and other things to prepare for a possibility, right? So, right, okay. So, I had a lot of family members in the Army, Marines, the Navy. What else? I had an uncle in what is it? Forgot what they called it, with people roll in the mud and do all that stuff. And I want to be this, whatever that was. That's what he was in. But anywho, I have a lot of family who's been in the service. Okay, so doing basic training, you're going do basic training. All right, this is uh, local disaster assistance. Exactly. So you're going through basic training. All right, this is crypto basic training. Right now, your mission, if you choose to accept, is to be sure that you come out better this time next year. How do you become better this time next year? You have to do some homework. I can't just tell you all the things to do. You got to do your homework. You can't just say, I'm not going to do PT, drill sergeant. I ain't doing no push ups. I ain't doing no jumping jacks. I ain't doing no homework. I ain't doing the ropes course. I ain't doing, firearm marksmanship training. I ain't doing none of that. You probably won't be in that rank anymore, right? Right? Let you tell your drill sergeant or your commander, I'm not doing that. Okay. Everybody else might full metal jacket you, and we ain't gonna go there. If you decide everybody got to run, everybody got to do more push-ups and more PT because you don't want to do it. Okay. If we all don't pass the line at this time, we run again, right? So imagine Buddha. Okay. Imagine Buddha. All right. You eat healthy, and a lot of people in here eat healthy. All right. So imagine for this, Bitcoin is my uh, salmon, my wild caught Alaskan salmon, right? Imagine Bitcoin is mahi mahi or red snapper. That's what Bitcoin is. All right. Ethereum is still good. It's a salad. Salad is still good for you, right? Other altcoins on your plate. So what you do is whatever money that you can say I can afford to lose, because this is how I look at it. I can afford to lose XYZ. I can afford to lose this. I was going to go to Starbucks or soda money or lunch money or whatever. I can afford to lose this amount. So whatever that amount is, you say, I got 100% of my money. Let's just use $100 for instance. This is just an example. I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. Based on the math, if Bitcoin has 51% of the market, if you say I'm going to take $50 and put it on Bitcoin, remember, I'm not telling you what to do. You have to do your own due diligence research, but I'm using $100 as a number, okay? If you said I'm going to take $50, put it on Bitcoin, all right? Now, it was 51%, but then 50%. All right, I see Ethereum is number 2, and Ethereum is doing a lot of moves. So I might take $25 and put it on Ethereum. So 25 plus 50 is $75. So you got 25 left. So I'm gonna put $25 and I'm gonna see some other alternate, which is not Bitcoin. Alternate, the only thing is think about it. You know LeBron James, and if anybody who knows basketball, they know LeBron James and probably the people who playing with. But if you don't know anything about basketball, I'm sure you still heard the name LeBron James. Am I correct? Everyone's probably heard the name LeBron James, right? You may not know hockey, but I'm sure if you're around my age, you know who Wayne Gretzky is, right? You don't know baseball, but I'm sure somebody heard Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Sammy Sosa. I'm sure, right? You may not know track, but I'm sure people have heard Usain Bolt. Bitcoin is the Usain Bolt of of crypto. Bitcoin is the LeBron James of crypto. Bitcoin is the Jackie Joyner Kersey when she was, before everything of crypto, right? People know Bitcoin is the Hank Aaron of crypto, the Babe Ruth of crypto. Bitcoin, that's what Bitcoin is. Ethereum, the Scottie Pippen of crypto. You know, I can use other examples, but what I'm saying is there it's the alternate. Bitcoin, to make it simple, Bitcoin is the main thing. So let's say if you go to a concert, perfect example. You go to a concert. I went to a Mary J. Blige concert. That's not who I wanted to see, though. I went to a Mary J. Blige concert. The group I used to like back in the days, the girl I was dating at the time, we went, she sent me, see, bought tickets to, she wanted to see Mary J. Blige. I mean, no disrespect, Mary, but she was the headliner. The person alternate on the list was Jagged Edge. I want to go see Jagged Edge. I mean, no shade, Mary, but I want to see Jagged Edge. I like them as a group. She wanted to see Mary. I want to see Jagged Edge. Mary J. Blige is the Bitcoin. Jagged Edge is the Ethereum. The headliner, Miley Cyrus, is the Bitcoin. Ethereum. Beyonce is the Bitcoin. The second person who comes to sing, right? Okay, comedy. Cat Williams is the Bitcoin. Ethereum is the alternate of who that is on the list. Do you see what I'm saying now? So when it comes down to it, Bitcoin, the person who has the concert, the alternatives, the person who is coming next. See what I'm saying? So when you look at a concert, the singer, the lead singer, don't come out first. It's generally the alternate singers that come out first, right? They generally come out next. The alternate singers, they come out next. They come out next. They come out and sing and do what they got to do. Generally speaking, the alternate singers, they come out next. Okay. So when it's all said and done, you got the Bitcoin, which is the lead singer, Sweet Thumb. All that stuff is in the back of the closet. And those impulse buys. You may already had it and just didn't know. Exactly. Exactly. So Bitcoin, is they didn't come to see you. Days like this, I wish raindrops would fall. That's alternate coins. Eddie Kane Jr. That's the alternate coins. When it comes down to it. So you got to understand when it comes down to it that everyone is in a situation and scenario where they are trying to figure it out. You're right, Sweet Thumb. So Bitcoin is the head. The alternate is Ethereum and all the other coins. Okay. So 51% of all the resources is on Bitcoin, the percentage. All right. The percentage of that and everything else goes from there. Okay. So you got to understand what that means. So you ask yourself the question, and a lot of people don't think this is valuable, but I'm telling you, I said this 3 months ago. If you go back after this live and look at the short, 3 months ago, I had a red hat on, a white shirt with red a logo, and I was in front of a gas station talking about Bitcoin. Okay. 3 months ago, I called it. Bitcoin was under 28,000 then. I called it. I called it way before then. I'm telling you. And I'm saying this not to gloat. I'm not saying this to be, oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'm that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying at the end of the day, what are you going to do with this information? Okay. So remember, it's about long term. Now, some people said, you know what? I know Bitcoin is going to pop. So some people, you know, I call them day traders. Some day traders looked and they said, I'm going to go ahead and sit back and I'm going to buy before Bitcoin pops. I'm going to buy. So some day traders bought 5 days ago. Some day traders bought 43,000. And imagine they sold at 48. So they made 5,000, right? Per Bitcoin. Some day traders just bought today. They bought today when Bitcoin, the low today, as of now, at 6:15 a.m., Bitcoin pulled back to 45,731. That was the low from what I'm seeing. I'm using it on my phone, but from 45 to 48, they made about $3,000. So they sit back and they bought today and they sold. There's some people, if you want to do that, my personal opinion, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. My personal opinion is I don't do that because, for me, I like long-term investing because long-term is going to, in my opinion, is going to help you better. Now, here's the thing. What are our takeaways from here? What are our takeaways from here? Okay. Here are our takeaways. Okay. Our takeaways are, what are we going to do? Okay. Now, if you go to the coinmarketcap.com, all right, you go to coinmarketcap.com, and at the top of the, there will be like blue letters. It says crypto, it says exchanges, then it says market cap. If you click on market cap, okay, and you go down and scroll down under market cap, it says global live currency charts and market cap data. It shows you the spot market, which is spot ETF, the 24-hour volume, Bitcoin dominance, meaning the dominance of the market. So they have Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD, Binance, Solana, and others. So it tells you the amount that's traded. It has the CMC crypto fear and greed index. So pretty much fear and greed is, how much are people doing? It tells you, what the market sentiment is. A derivatives market, Bitcoin options volatility. Now I'm going over a lot of information, but this information is where you take and go back and you look and you start chopping it up. Okay. You take this information, you go back, and then you chop it up, and then you go from there. This is not a live. You just say, oh, he's talked about good stuff. And Lisa J, what's good? What's good? What's good? I know you're happy today. You Bitcoin. I know you're happy today. I know you're happy today. Hey, I'm excited. I'm so excited. You already know what it is. Lisa J in the building, y'all. Hey, you already know what it is. Bitcoin ETF got approved. Last night I was up like, yes. I was excited last night. I was gonna go live last night, but I said, no, I'm gonna go live this morning. I'm saving this live because I want to learn, Robert. Do you have tutorials? Because I seriously want to learn. I can invest. Okay. Hey, Lisa J. Hey, I'll be doing more videos on this year. Buddha. I'll be doing more videos on this year. So, step by step on that. But Lisa J, I got you. But remember, I'm not an investment advisor. Hey, Wellness is saying hello. Robert, I never knew you spoke about stocks, and this is awesome. I'm glad you're here as well, Buddha. But when it comes down to it, Lisa J, how do you feel about today? I know Lisa J is I, I don't think y'all understand. It's kind of like a kid at Christmas right now. I feel like the kid who was waiting to get that new toy, and they are waiting, and they parents got them that new toy, and you excited. You like, you like Birdman, like your parents got you that new bike, that new go-kart, that new thing, that new PlayStation 58, Xbox 156, whatever, that new thing. I'm literally like that. Okay, so Buddha, to answer your question, that's why the Bitcoin ETF was something that people were looking for. So a lot of people, it's kind of like this. Um, it's kind of like this. I let's think about a cake, okay? Let's think about a cake, Buddha. In your cake, you have flour, you have eggs, you have the abstract vanilla or lemon or whatever, depending on what you're making. You have sugar, you have butter, you have milk, right? So you have all those ingredients, right? Out of a certain percentage. Remember earlier I told you what percentage I do. You have to figure out your percentage. At a percentage, I'm talking about, and it's different assets class. You got gold and silver, you got crypto, you got stocks. I invest in more asset classes than crypto. Okay. Like I said, I'm not an investment advisor, giving you investment advice. But when it comes down to it, you say, I have X amount of dollars that if I lose it, I lose it, you know, because remember, it's a long-term thing for me. Now, there's some people who flip in and out. I look at long term because I know long term I'm going to beat everyone long term. That's just me personally. Based on my portfolio, what I'm looking at, I'm telling you, long term, I've been winning. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. Lisa J, you're right. Let's do it. I'm game with it. So I said I'm going to put a percentage in stocks, right? What you have to ask yourself what percentage you want in stocks. I'm going to go back to that question, but you have to say what percentage you want. And I saw what you said, Buddha and Sweet Thumb. I'm going to go back to that. Okay. So I look at percentage. Okay. So if I had $100 to invest, period, I say how much money do I want to invest in stock? So if in a month I had $100, or in a week, or in a day, or whatever your money is, it could be $10. Whatever your money is, don't be ashamed of what it is. Okay, whatever your money is, you have to look at what you have, because whatever your value is, you got to say this is exactly, Elisa J. You have to look at what your value is. Okay. What money? My money could be different. My money may be X amount of dollars. And if I told you what it was, you may be like, dang, Lisa J may say something. You might be like, dang, but Miss Wellness may say something. You be like, good gracious. Oh, but when it comes down to it, you have to say, what it is. Okay. So whatever it is, you have to say. So you have to say, Buddha, you have to say, so your best bet, because I know you talk about your mom a lot. It looks like your mom does a lot of things for you. You have to talk to your mother. I know it's your resources, but you have to talk to your mother and say, Mom, this is what I'm looking to do. What amount of money should I start with? You have X amount of dollars, but you know, like Keenan Grace, Miss Wellness, excuse me, Lisa J follows a lot of Keenan Grace things. You know, they do $5 a day investing. Lisa J talks about $5 to $10 a day. Um, I like Keenan Grace. I've been following him and Stock Mo and my boys. I've been following them for years. Um, but I knew about stocks since 99, 2000. You know, I learned about stocks when I was young. So I've been knowing this, but I just started to talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So going back to what I'm saying is you have to ask yourself, okay, hey, Lisa J, Sweet Thumb is saying, what's up? He said he couldn't remember if he smoked. He apologized. Good morning, Sweet Thumb. So Buddha, once you talk to your mom, let's just say it's $100, just for argument's sake. Okay, we're going to use $100 as a basis. Okay, and I'll do more on this. So $100. Let's just say that's what you have. Okay, there's some people who get paid every day. There's some people who get paid twice a week. There's some people who get paid, once a week. There's some people get paid every 2 weeks, and there's some people who get paid once a month. Whatever that is, once you talk to your mother, or look at into, because she would probably be better suited to handle that for you. All right. You have to say, if I don't see X amount of dollars, I'm okay with it. That's how I look at it. If all this gets wiped out and I don't see X amount of dollars, I'm okay with it. So that's how I look at it. So let's just use 100 as a basis. Could be $100 a day, $100 a week, $100 a month. So if you do $5 a day, exactly. Pay yourself first. Exactly. So as I do 10%, remember I said I give 10%, I save 10%, and I invest 10%. However, my savings, once you get to a certain number, I may allocate that to investing. Everyone's different. I may put more than 10% in investing that month. It all depends, but the minimum I'm going to do is 10%. So whatever the case may be, if it's 100, I'm just throwing out of 100. So if you take 100 in a month, right? You divide that into 30 days, right? So let's just say, for argument's sake, that's $25 a week, right? $25 a week, $5 doing the trading hours on stocks. That's $5 a day. Am I about right, Lisa J, with my with my oh yeah. Lisa J got some value. I like Lisa J. So when it comes down to it, you have to break it down like that. If you only get paid once a month, I'll put extra percentage, $100. Let's just say, as an argument's sake, $25 a week. That's $5 for 5 days, $5 a day. That's $5 a day plan. $10 in the 30 is $300 a month, depending on whatever it is. I'm just using $100. Take $100. Remember, if you lose it, you're okay with it because you're looking at long term. Okay, so just say $100, $5 to $10 a day, or $25 a week. What you need to do is have your base, meaning, what do I want to invest in? Okay, what do I want to invest in? I have some in stocks, some in crypto, some in gold and silver. But we're not talking about gold and silver right now. Let's just say stocks and crypto. Okay. There, the reason why Bitcoin ETF was so valuable is because now it allows you, because remember, you're talking about people taking crypto and all that stuff. That's why they came out with the Bitcoin ETF, because they're saying, okay, look, the bank, the bank, the bank is giving you, you give X amount of dollars to this Bitcoin ETF, like ARK Invest or whatever, and they are investing in Bitcoin for you. They're the holder of that particular fund. a certain percentage, they're guaranteeing you that if they lose it, they're going to pay you back based on the insurance that they have. Okay. So remember, I told you with Bitcoin in certain apps, if something happens, then yeah, you're done. You toast. That's why it was so important and why so many people have been looking at Bitcoin ETF, because they don't want to have that sentiment. They don't want to look and say, I don't want to. I don't look at this as sentiment. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be responsible for this. You see what I'm saying? For the example, if I put my crypto on this thumb drive and I go swimming in Florida and this gets damaged and I don't have my crypto keys, then I lost all my crypto. Okay. With the Bitcoin ETFs, yes, they're going to charge you a percentage, and some are higher than others, but they are saying that, hey, look, we're taking the responsibilities. We're taking the responsibility if there's a loss. Called FDIC insurance. I think it's up to 250,000. They might have upped it or downed it. I don't know the exact number, but what I'm saying is they're taking the loss. So when it comes to you allocating your funds, you may say, I want to put $50 in stock. I want to put $25 in crypto, and I want to save $25 just in case. Wonder if those guys are still digging around in that landfill. Sweet Thumb, my personal okay, what Sweet Thumb's talking about, somebody lost a hard drive with stock on it. I mean, with crypto on it. It had X amount of Bitcoin on it. The guy said he threw it away. My personal opinion, if someone been found that they ain't turned it in, they done figured out a way to get into it. They fine. That's just my you know. So the Bitcoin ETF is considered now. Gary Gensler, which is over the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, says, I'm not saying Bitcoin is a safer investment. I'm not giving Bitcoin the ups. I'm not saying Bitcoin is a good asset class. We're just making sure that we approve the spot ETF. That's what they're saying. Now, remember earlier I talked about Kathy Wood. Kathy Wood, she does a lot of stocks. Okay. She's a very good value. Robert, you need to do another live like this. Cause now, okay, I got you. Kathy Wood. Kathy Wood's pretty much predicting Bitcoin can hit 1.5 million by 2030. Now remember, my prediction is 300 to 500,000 in 10 years. 10 years, that's 2034. You know, when people go way up here, I'm a conservative person when it comes to certain things. So Kathy Woods, she has a fund called ARK, ARK, ARK Invest. She pretty much said that she believed that with the Bitcoin approval by the SEC, that Bitcoin could reach 1.5 million by 2030, and with a base target of 600,000. Now remember, I haven't even read this article until just now. I just saw it just now. I said 3 to 500,000. She's saying a low of 600,000. My low was 300, half of what she said. My low was half of what she said, and my high was almost, a little, definitely well under half of what she said. So my basis was that, okay. And she pretty much said that ARK Invest has been active in the market by drawing attention by selling Coinbase and GBTC shares during Bitcoin's rise. So pretty much they have their own Bitcoin ETF with Kathy Woods. Kathy Wood, ARK Invest, ARK. She has a great fund. She has a lot of different funds through ARK. They got innovation. They got a lot of things that follow the S&P 500. So I will be doing more videos as it relates to this. But going back to your question, I'm going to go back. Let's see. Someone said something earlier. I believe it was Sweet Thumb. I'm going to read his comment. I like the idea of going long and small trading according to small percentages, but my trades are only to improve my positions, nothing to mess around with long term. And Sweet Thumb, everyone's different. Um, you know, Everyone's different, you know. Everyone is different. Okay, I'm looking at Sweet Thumb. Everyone's different when it comes down to it. And I did do that, Sweet Thumb. You're right. But everyone's different. There's people who are traders, and there's people who are long term. I invest long term because to me it makes more sense. By the time you get hit with penalties for trading and this and that and this, you should have just stayed in the market. That's just my opinion. I'm young, you know. I'm under 50. Somebody who's over 60 may feel different, you know. But my opinion is still saying that long term Bitcoin is going to be, you know, 3 to 500,000 in 10 years. So we're going to go back in this video. Y'all will be able to go back and say, was you learn with Robert Wright in his opinion. I'm not an investment advisor, give you investment advice. Another thing, I'm about 5% trader and 95% investor. Exactly. Lisa J, you know, there are certain trades, case in point, I knew, you know, I said this earlier in the live, but when Moderna and Pfizer, before they, you know, when they announced that they were doing something, I asked myself, who is going to be doing um, the hokey pokey? We're going to say it like that. Who's going to be giving that out? And I invested in prior to that. Also, before everybody was saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, we're bullish on what's the name of that AMC? Oh, we're bullish on AMC." I've been had AMC stock, been had it. I was bullish on the cruise industry. You know, way before everyone was talking about it. When everyone's locked down, I was sitting back seeing, you know, before when they start talking about this, and we're not going to say the country, but when they start talking about it, that it could potentially be here, I started changing my portfolio to predict what would happen. And I was about 70% right on everything. Um, I'm not going to talk about percentages, but based on those things, um, I knew certain things were going to go up based on that. And, you know, everyone has something, you know. Let me say this, Buddha, while you're here, and anyone else who's listening. I'm talking about stocks now, okay? When it comes to the stock market and when it comes to crypto market, yes, you can lose all your money. However, doing your own due diligence and research allows you the opportunity so you won't. So what that means is this, okay? I know based on what information I'm telling you. Think about it. Imagine if I don't know if anybody in here has seen the movie Back to the Future. If anyone has seen the movie Back to the Future in the chat, let me know. If you've seen the movie Back to the Future, let me know. In one of the Back to the Future episodes, the villain went back and he went into a sports store. And he went into the sports store and he bought an almanac of all the different games and all the different things that would happen. And he went back, jumped back into the time machine, and he had the answers to the test. Okay. So every single game he bet on hit because he knew based on the almanac. He had every single game, baseball, basketball, football, soccer. He knew every single game and what would win and what would lose. And he bet and made his bets based on that. So Buddha, you seen, yeah, I've seen all of them. Exactly. So remember that one Buddha when he invested his money and he knew what would hit and what wouldn't. He back to the future. He got out of Marty's car. He went into that sports shop, bought that almanac, and then he jumped back in. And then, you know, they were trying to figure out what was going on and why was he so wealthy. Lisa J, you remember as well. Why was so wealthy? So he had the horizons. Now, here's what I'm telling you. Okay. I know it was about Bitcoin, but we're going to talk about stocks for a second. The Bitcoin ETF trust. Yeah, I think that scene would have hit a little harder for us young folks. That's funny. I know. So I'm imagine you're in a time machine and that's a car. And let's just say I had a time machine, and um, I don't want to use anyone in here because everybody here pretty cool. Let's just say a villain jumped in the time machine and took a book from a sports shop that had all of the um, winning teams in sports history. So he went back in the time machine, Sweet Thumb, hid, got out, and immediately started to implement a strategy. Okay. All right. So he implemented a strategy, and his strategy worked. My strategy is simple. Now, Warren Buffett said, don't lose money, don't lose money, don't lose money, don't lose money. Okay. My strategy is simple. Do you want me to be the no, no, Lisa J, you're cool people. I can't make you the hypothetical villain. I can't do that. So, what I'm saying to you is we have to ask ourselves, let's go in time. Let's say we're in that time machine. We're in that car all together. Everyone's in there. I can't make Lisa J. She's cool people. I can't make you the villain. So we go in the future, right? We're in the future now. What's in the future? We know we're going to see not flying cars, but we know we're going to see autonomous cars, right? We know cars are going to self-drive. We know that's in the future based on what they told us, right? So we see. So imagine that self-driving car. Picture a self-driving car driving in front of you. Is delivering your dominoes. They already have it right now. It's telling you to step back after you grab your dominoes, and it takes off by itself. They already have cars right now where you can get in and they will drive, but there's someone monitoring the car right now. You can get in certain cities, and it's got a plexiglass thing, and the car is driving. Someone is monitoring the car, and they can stop it and everything if something goes wrong. And you're chilling, and it takes you to where you got to go. We know self-driving cars are in the future, right? Bitcoin. We know based on what we see here that Bitcoin is here to stay for a while. Now, my personal religious beliefs may be different than others, okay? But we're not going to go there, okay? Now, when it comes down to it, so we know that there's going to be autonomous cars, right? We know that Bitcoin is here to stay based on what we see, okay? Because remember, if you ever understand something, the term is follow the money. Remember, Jerry Maguire said, say it with me, show me the money. Share it with me. Show me the money. Say it with me. Show me the money. And he was yelling, show me the money. Show me the money. He was yelling, show me the money, right? We know that it as a factor. We know show me the money is a factor, right? So we're yelling, show me the money. All right. So we know we see autonomous cars. We're in the future now, right? We're not in 2024. We're in the future now. We see autonomous cars, self-driving cars. We see Bitcoin still here, right? What else are we going to see in the future? Okay. Hey, Tien. Hey, Educated Natural. How you doing? And Educated Natural saying hello to all. So we see, uh, the autonomous situation, right? What the brother is saying is we are seeing the future right now, fam. It might need to hit a little harder, and I appreciate that. Exactly. Now, what I'm saying is we see we're in the future now. Educated Natural, if you don't know, we're in the future. We're in a time machine. We traveled 10 years ahead of time, 2034, right? Remember Back to the Future Wellness, Educated Natural, when your boy, the villain, got out of Marty's car and went in that sports memorabilia store, picked up that almanac and had all the answers, right? So he's something I appreciate that. So had all the answers. Now we're going in the future. We're trying to figure out what's going to happen. So, hey, Sweet Thumb from Educated Natural. So we know what's going to happen, right? We see all these things right now, right? We're in the future. We see autonomous cars driving by themselves, right? We see Bitcoin is dominating right now, right? What else are we going to see in the future? Well, they've already told us a lot of the stuff, right? They talked about 10-minute cities. They talked about that before, where you will be able to be in a city, if you like it or not. That's where they're going to. That's a whole nother conversation for another time, where you will have everything you need. Okay. They have lights right now. Frugal Mama, Educated Natural is saying hello. They have, hey 10 from Wellness for Grandmama. They have lights right now that somebody has a patent right now where a street light is going to be a solar generated, which I already have. But the kicker is it's going to have Wi-Fi attached. So as you are driving, the street light is going to have Wi-Fi. So think about how when you're on the highway, how many street lights there is on the highway. So you'll have Wi-Fi, right? Okay. Now we already know Elon Musk. Elon Musk, you may like him or you may not like him, but Elon Musk went ahead and he said, you know what we're going to do, y'all? You know what we're going to do? What we're going to do is this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and launch these rockets in space. Now, your boy, Money Mike talked about it, but we ain't going to talk about what he said. But he said, now picture this. We're in the future now. So all these rockets are in space. So that means anywhere we go in the United States, we'll have internet service, right? We got internet service. We're in the middle of the country, but we got internet service, right? If you know, they already talk about printing meat, like literally on a printer, printing meat. They're talking about, bugs and stuff like that to eat. So we're in the future now. We're seeing this stuff, okay? We're seeing gas cars being obsolete. Buddha Wellness is saying, educating natural. Buddha said hello. 10 said hello, Buddha. Okay. So we're seeing that right now, right? We're seeing all of this, right, Buddha? Streetlights probably have cameras as well. Please don't let me derail the topic. No, you're right. You're right. We're seeing the streetlights. Well, I can't say that on live. I will say this. In most of your cities now, they have a lot of hidden cameras. So a lot of people be doing stuff that they think they slick, but the cameras have already caught them. Right now, if you go in a grocery store, there's someone who can hit a button if they believe you're suspicious. Now, some people do it just because of skin color, but we ain't gonna go there for this live. Okay. They can hit a button and it can facially recognize you and track you through the whole store. So if you decide to put that little Debbie cake and eat it and put it back, it sees what you did. If you ate some grapes and then you put the grapes back, it sees what you did. Okay. If you decide not to scan all your items, it sees what you did because it's tracking you from the moment you got in the store until then. Speaking of stores, we had a wind advisory where I was. And a lot of people have been having bad weather. I wasn't going out the house. So I sit up there and ordered some food and some person came to deliver it. But we're 10 years ahead of time, right? So now a car is going to come deliver my food and it's going to send me a message. You hear those dings? That's just certain things. So now a car is going to tell me, yep, derail crypto, my brother. Nah, you good. So now a car is going to deliver, deliver that food. We're 10 years ahead of time. I'm still on track, Sweet Thumb, because this is about what something Buddha said earlier. We're 10 years ahead of time, right? So now, on top of that, now I got a TV, right? And my TV is this big. What's bigger than this? Nobody wants a small TV, but it's a 32 inch. Imagine this is 32 inches, right? I can bend this TV. It's flexible. I want to go to Sweet Thumb's house with my TV. I'm going to bend it and put it in my car. Put it in the back of my trunk. I'm going to take it out. It's going to be flexible. And I'm going to be able to put it at Sweet Thumb's house without plugs. We're 10 years ahead of the future. We're 10 years ahead of the future. So when you're investing, my opinion is, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. My opinion has always been, where is the future going? Where are we now? Where are we headed? And where is it going? If you look 3 months ago, I talked about Bitcoin. I was in front of a gas station. I had a red hat on. It's a short red hat on, white shirt with a red logo, talking about crypto. They were selling crypto at the gas station. If you look 8 months ago, there was a live that I did talking about crypto stocks and more, where we're going. I am pretty sure I'm going to be able to clip that video and make a short based off my predictions of where we are. And I'm about 1,000% sure I was right. About 1,000% sure. Why? Exactly. You're right. A drone, wellness. So now we got a drone. You're right. Drones and cameras are everywhere. I got a buddy of mine. I have a drone, but mine is not like my buddy's. My buddy has a drone. It takes two people to control the drone. One person's job is to control the camera. Another person's job is control the drone. The drone can actually pick up, let's say, about 100 pounds. Right now, a drone can pick up 100 pounds. 100-pound person, 100-pound items from Amazon that I didn't want to go deliver and go from the sky and drop it down from there. So I'm telling you, everyone's different. How is the shopping malls? Ask yourself, the people who like to shop, how are the shopping malls going to be 10 years from now? How are the shopping malls going to be? Hey, speaking of that, educated natural, I got a question for you. How's my background look? How's the lighting look? I'm just curious. But the shopping mall is going to be a lot different. You're going to be able to walk up to a mall, and based off of who you are, now we're going up to a shopping mall, y'all. All right. So we walking up to a shopping mall, and they see what we look at. And it's a 3D hologram showing the latest shoes. And then it's also showing the latest food we like to eat. And then it's also showing that latest suit. I'm a cufflink and suit guy. So it's showing those cufflinks and a suit and my size, where they have it, and how they can get it. I just can put it in the air so they can be ready when I get there. What up, Swoop? Thank you, Swoop. Citizen Soul and more. Appreciate you. Swoop Ray. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So it's showing all that stuff, right? It's showing all those things, right? It's showing all those resources, right? So now Sifting Some Soil can go there, and everything Sifting Some Soil wanted is going to be there. My favorite cologne, it's going to show a 360 view of it in front of my face. Now we're educated natural soil is saying hello. So we're there now. I was about to say, look at you upgrading for the new year. Exactly. 10, I told you, I had the, I took the if y'all don't know, the educated natural, aka 10, um, and everyone in here has been very monumental in Sippers and Soil, educated naturals, and hello, been very monumental in helping me grow. Swoop, appreciate you, Buddha. Um, hey, Frugal Mama for Sippers and Soil, been very monumental in helping me grow. Okay, um, a lot of people have given me advice, and I do a lot of things outside of YouTube that I don't talk about, but I know a lot about videography and photography. However, when I do something, an event or something like that, and I come back and I set up everything, if my settings are not dialed in perfectly, it throws the whole video off. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I just get lazy and don't dial in my settings. However, in order to dial in, in order to dial in my settings, the one thing 10 said was, "Hey, Robert, hey, I ain't trying to be funny, but this is this and this." I said, okay, bet. She was telling me about my background. It looks washed out from me. And that was because I used a light that I'm not using right now. I used a light, and the light was the way my background was. It was light. And when the light hit it, it was washing me out. So anyway, I changed my background. I don't know if you can't see it. I'll probably show you one day. But it's like alligator skin right now. So yes, I don't know if you can see it. If you zoomed in, it's like alligator skin, black alligator skin. So I changed the backing. Had to change it up. But anywho, it was to help grow the channel, and I appreciate every form of advice from everyone. That's why we're here. And if you're just coming in, I talked about earlier, we're here to help everybody. Everyone has their functionality in the community. My purpose, Lisa J's purpose, is to help you grow as it relates to stocks and crypto and investing. Now, we're not investment advisors or giving you that investment advice. However, we want to see you grow your portfolio. We want to see you grow in the next level where you're going. I had a red hat on. I keep saying this for a reason, because a lot of times we have attentions of goldfish. Not saying anyone in here, because I appreciate everyone in here. A lot of times we see something and then we go into something else because somebody didn't say what we want to say, and then we're bouncing like a ping pong ball. And by the way, Miss T with T had a live earlier. I appreciate everyone who came over from that. I did not go live to offset her live. That was not my intentions. It was something that was time sensitive and I had to go live. The point is Bitcoin had an ETF and I had to go live at that time because I wanted the community to know what was going on. I didn't want anyone to be blindsided of what was going on. I didn't want people to say, "Oh Lord, what's going on? Why did I know? Oh my goodness. Oh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh." I wanted people to know what was going on for that reason. Okay. We got so much going on right now that our community is not seeing it. Okay. We have to understand no matter how we feel about something, time is going to go. Time is going to go. Okay. Time is going to go by. You know what I'm saying? Time's going to click this quick at a blink of an eye. 3 months ago, Bitcoin was under $30,000. And I told you, man, if a gas station see this, you need to see it. Now, Bitcoin, as the time of this recording, as I'm talking, and I keep saying the price of Bitcoin because I want to see exactly. Now, I did a pullback to 46,039. Now, personally, you learn, Robert. I hope you know that I want you to do well. I want you to flex and do you. But but there's a lot going on back there, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I know. What you talking about the lights? You don't like the lights? The lights that they shine and glisten. I'm the number one stunner. Wow, 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 wow. I had the lights that glisten and shine. The number one stunner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I know. I will tell you that. I know that. I did that for purposes. But anywho, right now, as we're talking, Bitcoin has went down to 46,000. As of now, Bitcoin went down 46,000. The time is 11:56 Eastern Standard Time. What I am going to do as we're talking on the phone is put my money where my mouth is. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. $46,039.50. I'm going to get some Bitcoin. Some more. Give me a second. As we're talking. Why am I saying this? Because a lot of people talk, they don't take action. When I see something red, this is what I personally do. I set a budget and I stick with my budget. Okay. And when I stick with my budget, then if I see something different, I may say, you know what, I need to do this, this, and this. Right now, Bitcoin is down. Now I'm up on my Bitcoin because of when I purchased it, but I always dollar cost average. Period. So give me a second. And I went ahead and that quick put in an order for Bitcoin. That quick. Yep, that was that quick. Put in some order for Bitcoin. Why did I do this live? Because a lot of people talk, a lot of people don't make action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk, a lot of people don't make action. A lot of people talk, a lot of people don't make action. So whatever your percentage is, Bitcoin went down, which I thought it would. Remember, I said I think it would go to 42 to 45, if I'm not mistaken. Go back and listen. I might have said 40, 42. Go back and listen. I said that would happen. It would pull back. And during the pullback, I always buy. I always. The red is why. That is why a trade. Improving the problem, similar rate the moves. Yeah. So, yeah. I look at it like this. Okay. If I have $100 and I like my Captain Crunch, I'm just throwing out Captain Crunch for an example. No matter what, people gonna buy they Frosted Flakes, they Captain Crunch, they Fruit Loops, they Crunch Berries, they Starburst, whatever it is. That's a one thing you gonna go in the grocery store. You always gonna buy, no matter what price it is. For my dad, he's gonna buy his Frosted Flakes. No matter what the price of Frosted Flakes is, he gonna buy. He not gonna buy Frosted of Fruits, Flakes of Frost, frosted corn puffs, whatever. He's gonna buy Frosted Flakes. If Frosted Flakes $100 a box, he's gonna still buy Frosted Flakes. He might buy just one box. But I've seen my dad do this. If Frosted Flakes go on sale, best believe he gonna buy what he can buy when it's on sale. Now he always, hey, what's up, Drea? Ooh, sneaking. So we creep. Yeah, just keep it on the down low. We won't tell your boss you here. Whoa. Hey, Drea. Hey, what's up? I'm sneaking at work, but hey, chat. Drea say, hey, from Lisa J. Hey, Tay Eats, what's up now? Um, yeah, I can't sing 10. You know that. So anyway, yeah, Drea, that was for you as well. Everybody know, hey Drea, hey Tay from Educated Natural. You heard me sing again. See, this is a new year. So now that you heard me sing, hey chat from Tay Eats. Now that you heard me sing, Drea Lachey, now that you heard me sing, you gotta go ahead. Y'all both gotta sing as well. Y'all both gotta sing as well. 10 and Drea Lachey. Y'all are some singers. I ain't no singers. Laughing my butt out. I had to turn it down. LOL, you was loud. My bad. Because I got closer. The closer I get to the microphone. Anyway, I was being silly. But yeah, I was loud. So what I'm saying to you is the more that you do long term, Lisa, 10, Sweet, Tay, Drea, Lachey, say, hey. Lisa, 10, Sweet, Tay. Drea, Lachey, said, hey. Buddha up, Destiny said, what's up? Hey, Tay Eats, Educated, Natural said, hey. They done, you gonna get me caught? I ain't gonna, oh, my bad. I ain't trying to get you caught. My bad, my bad. Psst, be quiet. Tonight is the night we ride. Anyway, hey, Buddha. What I'm saying to you is, and everyone who's coming in, please be sure if you don't watch now one of my lives this year, this live right here, man, this live right here, man, is a live you need to watch. This live right here, man. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this is going to be monumental that could potentially set you up for the rest of your life. Potentially. Potentially. And the reason why I said potentially is I keep bringing this up. Drea, Drea, Drea. I'm yelling. Drea, and who I'm boiling with, that's what 10 said. But it can potentially set you up for the rest of the life. You came in and you just came in. Listen, y'all, you got to realize I told you 3 months ago. I told you 8 months ago in a live. 8 months ago, it says stocks, crypto, and more. I am 1000% sure because I'm going to clip it up in a short because I was right. it pays to be right. But I'm not bragging or boasting or anything, so I don't want anybody to say I'm prideful. Oh, it's 45,000. Oh yeah, I think it can go down. If it goes down, I'm telling y'all, if this thing goes down to 42,000, I'm smiling. And the reason why, what I'm saying is, when I look at something, and say, okay, this is where it is. This is where it can go. This is where I should buy. Okay, Captain Crunch, Crunch Berries, your favorite cereal. You're going to buy it. But when it goes lower, you going to go ahead and do what you do. For me, it's wild caught Alaskan salmon. When I go to the store, it's generally 20 something dollars a pound. But that thing here, $8.99 a pound. I'm telling you, when that wild caught Alaskan salmon hit $8.99 a pound, y'all, listen. Yeah, Tay. I would say long term. But when it hit $8.99 a pound, y'all, I'm telling you, I'd be with confidence. I go up there with confidence. I'd be like, yo, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Hey, Mr. Robert, how you doing? Hey, man, how you doing, bro? How you doing, brother? Hey, man, what would you like? Yes, give me about 4 pounds of that wild caught Alaskan salmon. Oh, you getting 4 pounds a day? Yeah, give me about 4 pounds. Matter of fact, give me 5 pounds of that wild caught Alaskan salmon. I make sure when I know it's $22 a pound, but it's $8.99. Nah, man, I'm making it rain. I'm making it rain. I'm telling you, it's the same budget. So what I'm telling y'all is, I said earlier, Kathy Wood, she has a fund of one of the Bitcoin ETFs, and Kathy Wood says she believes Bitcoin will go to $1.5 million per coin. I said earlier in the live, I believe Bitcoin could go anywhere from 300 to 500,000 a coin in the next 10 years. That's what I said. Yeah, you can, Tay. Tay Eats asked about day trading Bitcoin. Now, personally, I'm not an investment advisor giving you investment advice. My personal advice is this. Uh, let's just say these are hypotheticals, okay? Right now, Bitcoin is trading. It was up, but it's trading at $45,927.90. Okay. No, I understand, Tay. So right now, Bitcoin is trading at $45,927.90. It's down right now. Now, now it's at $46.99. Based on the charts, if you're a chart reader, okay, you already know about charts. So you're looking at the 1 hour chart, the 15-minute chart. You're looking at the MACD and things of that nature. If you look at Bitcoin and you buy it in a platform, you can buy it and then you sell it at whatever price you want. So technically, yes, Tay, yes, but it depends on what platform you have. Crypto.com, uh, crypto.com, um, let's see, Coinbase. Um, I'm trying to think of some other platforms. All those platforms, it all depends. And the reason why I said it all depends because it depends on where you are monetarily. Like if you go on Robinhood and you buy it now and then you sell it, Robinhood may give you that three ordeal warning depending on where you are financially. And I'm not trying to be funny, but you know, if you know, you know, um, you know. But somewhere like Webull, Tay, I traded and stayed behind. My findings are you are to leave what you can and move on a small percentage to improve your positions. Khadija Reed saying hello to everyone. So yeah, Sweet Thumb, what platform do you use? Because there's a lot of platforms out there. I particularly do not day trade. Um, Personally speaking, I don't. At 60,000, I knew um, exactly. You don't have to trade it. Exactly. Um, I personally knew at 60,000 it was going to do a pullback. I knew it was top heavy when it hit the all time high at over 60. Now, personally, oh, TD, I love TD. I love TD Ameritrade. That's one of my favorite platforms. But when it comes down to it, I have Bitcoin and Webull. I have my Bitcoin and on Webull. Exactly. You got Webull, you got Robinhood, you got TD Ameritrade. I mean, it's so many platforms. You got Coinbase. It depends on what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying this, Tay, it depends on how many trades you're gonna make. It depends on a lot of stuff. So I can't specifically answer your question based on just that question. Personally speaking, look into Coinbase, look into crypto.com, look into Webull, look into Robinhood, look into those platforms, look and see what their parameters are. Um, Now, let's just say hypothetically, so sweet is the best way to build your portfolio. So sweet is the best to build your portfolio. Well, um, Tay, Bitcoin has 51% dominance. Um, Hey Tay from Wellness. Start with Robin and then oh yeah, I like Kraken. I got Kraken as well. But Bitcoin has 51% dominance, Tay eats, meaning out of all the assets that are in the crypto market, Bitcoin has 51% dominance over the whole market. So right now it has over a market cap of 1.7 trillion. It was 1.8. You know, people took some money. So yeah, there's people who are taking money off the market as we speak. There are people who are saying, "Oh, I don't know," you know, they're going to pull money off the market. So there's people who buy something on Coinbase and then they sell it the same day. But I can't give you that advice because I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do based on your situation. I don't want to. I don't. Let me just say this: if you decide to do that, then hey. But personally speaking, Frugal Mama Te saying hello. If you decide to do that as your business, because day traders do what you do, but personally, I like long term trading. My foundational stocks are total stock market and SP funds. Right. And Lisa J, I have a percentage. What I particularly do is on mine. I trade some on the S&P, and I have some ETFs as a percentage of my base holdings. And then I have individual stocks. So I would say I double dip and triple dip sometimes. And then I have some what I call wild cards. So what I mean is a wild card. I know for a fact that eventually EV cars are going to be a thing. I'm not saying that they're going to completely take over gas powered engines. I'm not saying that because it's a lot that has to happen for that to happen. But I do believe, speculative, exactly. I'm trying to, water it down. You know, I can definitely hit the terminology, but trying to, water the tea down, Lisa J, water the Kool-Aid down, you know, But when it comes down to it, and what she mean by speculative stocks are things I believe will happen. That's just pretty much what I said in lay terms. Things I believe that will happen long term. So you have to build your portfolio on a percentage of what you think. Everyone's different in age. I'm under 50. Some people are in their 30s and their 20s. You know, hey, I talked to my sister, and yeah, I have a mix, also smarter percentage for crypto. Yeah, you know, um, when it comes down to it, I have a sister who has twin girls. So, I talked to my sister as it relates to that. And as it relates to that, um, the advice I would give my sister is different than the advice I would give you, Tay, or Lisa J. You see what I'm saying? Because my sister's kids are 3. You know what I'm saying? My nieces are 3. So based on some things that they're doing, hey, you're 3. You got the time. You know, 10 years, you're gonna be 17. 10 more years, you're 27. So I'm just well, of course, 10 years they're gonna be 13. But I'm just throwing out a investment horizon above that, given a buffer. Okay, so I know how to add. So yeah, once it comes down to hello everyone, living life as Lachey. What's up, Lachey? Hate it when the account I had stopped moving my emergency fund interest to Bitcoin. I have paid a little more attention. Yeah, I will just say this, y'all. My father, welcome in everyone. My father is over 65. My father invests in Bitcoin. So I don't care how old you are. My father invests in Bitcoin. He's over 65. He invests in Bitcoin. He's been investing in Bitcoin before he was 60. Me and him had long conversations. What I'm saying to you is everyone's horizon is different. So I can't tell you this is what you should do because, for me, some people want theirs to grow steady. And the analogy I used earlier, hey, living life is Lachey from Sweet Thumb. Um, the advice I gave earlier was here, this is how I look at it. Okay. You have your emergency fund, and your emergency fund in your account should be at least 1 month. Start with trying to get up to a month. Start with 1,000. Once you get to that 1,000, try to get to what's up, Khadijah Reeves. She's saying hello, welcome and share it the live. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts, people. But once you have a situation where, okay, it's true that Bitcoin grows faster than stocks. Exactly. I, I wish I could say on live what my percentage is on Bitcoin on my portfolio, and I wish I could tell you um, my percentage on how much has grown. Sweet Thumb, hey from Lachey. I'm not going to do that on live because I'm not a bragger. I don't talk about my portfolio. I tell you some things, but I'm not going to tell you my portfolio based on certain things. I'm going to say certain things. Hey, look, these are the things I'm invested in. Do your research. But I'm telling you, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, I'm smiling. I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny. Berkshire Hathaway class A and B. Uh, Coinbase. Coinbase is, and I'm gonna just use this. I'll give you that. Coinbase. Okay, Robert, I'm investing here. Okay, okay. I heard someone else talking about it, but thank you, Robert. It was a large amount he mentioned too. Yes, Sweet Thumb did. Um, Coinbase. Coinbase is the base holder of what, from my understanding, they're going to be using for some of these ETFs. Coinbase, my shares are up over 35%, and just Coinbase. I'm not going to give you the exact percentage, but it's well over 35%. I'm definitely not going to give you the percentage of Bitcoin because I just don't feel comfortable with doing that. But yeah. I'll say this. Remember, we talked about earlier, if you were here, we talked about some things. And a lot of people have kids who play games. You know, it's a lot of things that people, if you look at a lot of children, hello, Lachey from Educated Natural. If you look at a lot of children are going to tell you, um, based on the trends, what they like. And you just sit back and look. Those are some things that you can do. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome. Those are things that you can do. Another thing, I'll give you this as well. And the reason why certain things I'm not giving you is because I don't like to brag. Okay. I'm not a bragger. But there's something called New Core Steel. New Core is a steel place. Okay. New Core is a manufacturing steel production. It pretty much manufactures raw steel. I knew that if there was any type of war or any types of wars, the steel industry would boom. So I can I can just say this. Hold on, let me go back in here. My percentage in Nucor, come on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing about 10 things at once. I'm up over 60% on my portfolio just off Nucor Steel. What I'm telling y'all, I can tell you some things, but I don't like to brag because here's the problem. If I told you all the percentages of my portfolio and my overall portfolio is definitely beating the stock market, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that it is beating the S&P 500 straight up, no cap. It is beating the S&P 500, no cap. I'm not capping. Like I'm not capping. Like it, I do this. Um, but what I'm saying is, yeah, I really wish, because here's the sad reality about the internet. The sad reality about the internet is there's people who flex and there's people who act like they got it all together. I'm not that guy. I don't have it all together. There's people on the internet who brag and boast. I'm not that guy. And I'm not saying anyone who tells their percentages. I trade, but been wanting to get into Bitcoin and stocks. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this. Long-term trading is what's going to happen. Now, my new core steel position, based on what I knew, you got to understand we go into cycles. Okay. Right now, we're going into the cycle of a recession. All right. Ask yourself this question: what is it that people can't live without? Food, water, right? Food and water, right? A place to stay, right? All right. A prediction: if there's another war, which I hope is not, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If there's another war, my prediction is this: I'm investing in Bitcoin. I'm just scared. I'm scared a little bit because I don't know much about it. I got to get the knowledge. Yeah, Tay, I'm start producing a lot more content as it relates to this. I have some content already, stocks, crypto, and more. I did a live 8 months ago. I did a short 3 months ago talking about Bitcoin. So I'm gonna start producing a lot more content. Okay. Um, a lot of times, I told everybody earlier, my grandmother 2018, she passed 3 days after Christmas, December 28th. We laid her to rest January 1st, 2018. Excuse me, 2017. She passed 3 days after Christmas. Laid her to rest January 1st, 2018. And we were going to do an 80th birthday party celebration for her. The one thing my grandmother used to say is, what do you know? In a sense, I'm giving a breakdown because I don't want to say that phrase because y'all might see me boohooing on the live, being straight up. But she would pretty much say, "Hey, what knowledge have you gained today?" Every time she see me, and then I would tell her the knowledge I gained, and then she would say, "Okay," and she would say, repeat certain things, and then say, "Okay, cool. So this, and this, yeah, okay, good. I appreciate you, 10." And her birthday is Saturday, this Saturday. So, a lot of times people may see me stray away. Yeah, December and January kind of rough for me, and being honest. But none the least, not making this a sad situation. But anyway, one thing she would do is regurgitate the information and say, "Hey, look, this is what you said. This is what it is. Did I understand this correct?" And then I appreciate you. But you know, one thing she would do after that is say, "Okay, now Robert, who has you shared this with?" She's like, "Hey, this means nothing if you keep it." And the one thing about my grandmother, wow, for real, wow, congrats, 10. Uh, but one thing about it is January 13th, my grandma's birthday is Saturday. So your grandma's the 15th. Cool. So one thing she would do is she would sit back and regurgitate this, say, "Hey, who have you told this information to?" And the reason why she was saying that is because it's valuable. Because then she would tell me some things she learned, and I would listen. And then I would hear her tell other people some information she learned. Yeah, them grandmas, the truth. Straight up. Exactly. Tay. Happy early birthday, Grandma. And 10. Sweet thumb. Hey, folks, find problems and look for solutions. Clearly saw Bitcoin jump last year. Saw it was coming this year. Let me know if that's too much info. You nah, you good, man. I will say this. There was a place I was a team leader at one point, and this was 2011. And I was telling people about that when it was under $4,000, and it went to 7,200. And people was like, "Dang, yo, I'm gonna do this, this, and this." Then it pulled back to under 2,500, and people start laughing. "Oh, you don't know what the heck you talking about." Those same people call me now and say, "Hey, like they don't see me anymore." but they still call and be like, "Yo, Rob, you know what you was talking about?" Da 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 da. I, I'm not. I don't brag. That's not me. I'm not that guy. And anyone who talks about their portfolio and the percentage, no shade, no shade. And this is not to throw shots at Lisa J, because she's a great person, talks about stocks. I'm saying I don't do that. And Lisa J, she's a genuine person. She does not brag. Okay. Uh, have you had breakfast this morning? Nah. Nah, Miss Khadija. I've been up. No, I did. I ate a bagel. I got breakfast. I had breakfast. And actually, I got water somewhere. Where's my water? I got my water here as well. Um, I'm mad I didn't get in, but my fear stopped me. What time is it for you? My ETA time. My time is I'm in Eastern Standard Time. It's 12:23. Lisa J, if you're on Instagram, let me know. But anyway, um, what I did was my grandma would share information. That's why I was going with it. My grandma would share information, and I would hear her share information with other people. She says it's not valuable unless you share information with others. Okay, here's the thing. I told people, okay, I got you. I'm gonna screenshot that. Um, I would tell people. Um, let me write it down now. Yeah, I'm not. My presence on Instagram is not necessarily that much because I don't really be on Instagram like that. But About to send something to you now. But my grandmother would tell people, what did you learn? Okay, I'm getting back on track, y'all. My grandmother would tell people, what did you learn? Um, and also, what did you learn? And okay, oh wow. So you sent me something, Lisa J. I see that you sent me a request. When was this? See, that's I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all, I be, when it comes to social media, man, like I'll be on YouTube, but other social media platforms. I used to have a huge presence on a lot of platforms, but I just pulled back when my grandmother passed, being real. Keeping it a buck with you. So I started over on a lot of platforms. On my Facebook profile, you know what? I'm sorry, Lisa J. I'm gonna be real with you. I When it comes to I hit accept just then. I didn't even know like I had a request. This is weird. How do you okay, y'all? Pause for a second. How do you know when you have requests on Instagram? Good gracious. If anybody sent me anything on Instagram and I haven't accepted your request, I promise you it wasn't shade to you. I promise you it was not shade to you. Cause I I don't really be on Instagram like that. I accepted your request. But how do you know when somebody it should have sent me a notification? That's weird. Anyway, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. Anyway, my grandmother, Miss Khadija, is saying prayer. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back focused. Go in the upper right hand corner. Okay. I see save, archive, your friends, close activities, time spent, mute accounts, content preferences, blocked, add privacy, tags, mentions. I'm going down. I'll scroll through this later. But I accepted it. I hope it shows it on your end. But yeah, so one thing she would say is, "Hey, look, Robert, I'm back on track, y'all. Lost two people, hard, lost two people. Sorry, y'all." But she would say, "Hey, look," and then I would see her talking to other people and regurgitate information. But she was just showing me, some things. Okay, liked and shared on Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and community page. Thank you so much. Okay, I got you. So I would do that or whatever. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And my grandmother was showing me, it's kind of like, here's the thing. My grandmother sold insurance. Guess what happened? My mother sold insurance. Guess what happened? My father sold insurance. Guess what happened? I started selling insurance. Okay. What happened was a lot of things are what you see. Some things are what you see, some things are what you're around. But when I was in high school, my applied economics teacher, Colonel Callanan. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I've been trying to get in touch with you, but I appreciate you. Colonel Callanan would have applied economics, and I was in JRTC as well. So he was my applied economics teacher and then my ROTC instructor. Okay, and what he would say is certain things, and after class, this was back in the newspaper. I take a newspaper, and then we had to pick a stock portfolio. Okay, thank you very much for the information, running Brown. Okay, I appreciate you, Buddha. But he would um take the information, and um we had to do a uh portfolio. And I picked a portfolio, and I'll be honest, I was just trying to go through the class, so I just picked anything. So Lieutenant Colonel was like, Robert, you didn't even look. He said you could have just looked at everything and been okay with the portfolio. He said you didn't even look. So I said, yeah, you got me, you got me. He said, man, Robert, he sit back with me and he said, okay, Robert, listen, I'm gonna need you to look a little bit better, and do this, this, and this. So then he start telling me certain things as it relates to stocks. Okay. And I started asking questions after his lectures. So then he started telling me, this is what I do. This is why I do this. This is what I, and then I would say, well, this, and this. So I would always ask questions after class. We'd be in ROTC, and he was my applied economics teacher. So I'd be like, hey, Colonel, let me ask you a question, man. What about this, this, and this? And he'd be like, yeah, I think this. And we literally talk the whole class. Like when they doing drills, he'd pull me aside and we'd be talking about economic stuff. So we would talk. And then I was like, man, so then I saw my mom doing certain things. I'm not going to get into it online. Um, so she would tell me some things. I was okay, cool. So then I would sit back, and after all that, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. After all that, I would sit back and say, man. Now I always say I'm not an investment advisor, giving investment advice, but I remember Susie Orman, and of course, I read a lot of Robert Kiyosaki books and a lot of Warren Buffett books and Charlie Munger. Um, Yeah, I know. I mean, I was blessed. Like back in the days, I used to hate it, but as an adult, like some of the teachers that I had, I would go back and say hello, but he moved and I lost contact with him. But if he watches this, bro, I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. First Sergeant, I appreciate you. Sergeant Major, I appreciate you. Like a lot of my teachers I didn't like at the time was the teachers that gave me my discipline now. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate certain teachers. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, I said it, but you know, now I'll be like, man, if it wasn't for this, this, and this. So, anywho, so then I started reading books. I'm talking about like I would finish books this thick, sitting back and finish it in a weekend. I'm talking about Susie Orman has a book so thick it looked like a graphic novel, like looked like a biology book. And I would just sit back and read. And then I got to a point where I was on CNBC and I would watch CNBC over and over again, MSNBC, and I would watch it till I fall asleep. Why am I saying all this? What does this have to do with Bitcoin? Welcome in, welcome in. What does this have to do with ETF? What I'm saying is I didn't start there. You have to start somewhere. And let's say where I'm at now. You have to start somewhere. I had to start. When you start listening to crypto and stock stuff, it sounds boring. Let's be honest. It sounds like wah 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 wah. Remember Charlie Brown? Wah 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 wah. Exactly. Exactly. It sounds boring. Exactly. Exactly, Lisa J. Sounds real boring. But as you get an appetite, well, I love it now. You know what I'm saying? In applied econ, before I got a taste for what it could do for you, I hated it. I didn't like it. However, once I started learning, like I've been liking stocks since I was younger, but when I first got introduced, I thought it was boring. My parents, certain things they would say, I was like, okay, whatever. Now, this is I eat, sleep, and drink this. This is what I do. Like, no shade. But anywho, what I'm saying to the people, me too, Lisa, especially if it's money. No, I'm telling y'all, listen, I can have a conversation, as you can know, if people been on this live with me, nobody think they want a challenge or a difficult task until they sit down and realize they're exactly. If you look at this live, that's why Miss Khadija asked if I ate. Hey, swoop, I'm going for your record. Oh boy, I'm silly. Swoop, I'm going for your record. Oh boy. She knows what I'm talking about. She cool people, swoop. But anywho, what I'm saying is this. Um, I can talk to somebody. It's obvious, you know. I can talk to somebody. Probably Khadija, sweet thumb, saying what's up. I can talk to somebody all day. Tay, what's up? All day. I need to invest in a comfy chair so I could be like you. Hey, Lisa J, this was Office Depot, Office Max, or something like that. It was like $3.99 or something like that. I don't know. It's $3.99. It's called a 10 live stream. It was like a 10-hour chair or something like that. It was about an hour. I think it was a 10-hour chair. It was like $400. on sale. It was a $600 chair, but it was on sale for $399. So yeah, it's cool. Office Depot, Office Max, Staples. I don't remember. It was one of those stores. But yeah, I was like, what's the difference between these chairs? I was trying to get the cheapest. Don't get the cheapest one because it don't have cushion. Don't get the cheapest one. It don't have cushion. Ask me how I know. I got the cheapest one, and when I put it together, I sit down on it for about 30 minutes, and I took it. I took it together and brought it right on back. And I said, okay, now what was the chair you was talking about again? Anyway, so anywho, when it comes down to it, so I would ask questions. I would read and read and read and read. I implore you, if you're on this live, you know this is going on right now. Some of the jewels I gave you was coinmarketcap.com, COIN marketcap.com, COINMARKETCAP.com. Go to CoinMarketCap, go to Google, GOOGLE.com. You know Mr. Google, and ask about the Bitcoin ETF on Google. Okay, ask about that. Go, if you have cable, which most people do, go to CNBC or MSNBC. If you don't have cable, I have Able, and what Able is, whatever channel you're able to watch is the channels I watch. What channel I'm able to watch is the channel I watch. So go and go on to your phone, smartphone, and type in CNBC or MSNBC and take 10 minutes. Listen, everyone in here goes to the restroom, and I know this is a touchy subject, but everyone has to do a number, and it's not number one, and it's not number three. It's in between 1 and 3. Okay. When you're doing your number, instead of looking at social media, go on there and look about something. Take 10 minutes to research some stock stuff or some crypto stuff because you're right there anyway, right? So instead of seeing who did what and what Cat said and all this stuff, go ahead and do your research. Then, here's the thing: when you're up and you're at home, instead of turning on music to clean, turn on something that's going to help educate you. You see what I'm saying? We have to get ourselves an appetite for learning. Okay. Tay, after this, I'm going to get the knowledge because I've been wanting to do this for a minute. Yeah, Tay, I got a lot of stuff on the channel. Lisa J's cool stock channel as well. She got a lot of stuff as well. But go there and regurgitate the information. Just learn. I got a live that says stock, crypto, and more. That's a good live. This is a great live. I talked about a lot of stuff before there. I got some shorts talking about crypto and things of that nature. But here's the thing. I had a matter of fact, I had a stock. Wow. Yeah, I had a video about Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus had the Eros tour. Okay. And I was like, Eros, like the Versace Eros, like I got, but she had the Eros tour. Okay. And on that tour, she announced that she was going to start to accept crypto. On that tour, she said, I'm accepting crypto. I keep Trading View on TV. I never watch. Talk about a room. Exactly. Walk through a room. Exactly. I got Trading View on the phone, man. You already know what time it is. But what I'm saying is, Lisa J, Tay, did you look into UTMA? UTMA. So here's the thing. When it's all said and done, you got to look at the situation. Oh, yeah. So you got to look at the situation and start to learn. When I got my because one license I can't tell you about, I'm not going to talk about it online. Um, but when I got my yeah, I can't say that. When I got, and it has nothing to do with investing license, but when I had I got my insurance license, I was 17 years old in a class, and my 18th birthday came, and a week later, I took the test, and I was the youngest person in my state at that time with my insurance license because of when my birthday fell, of course. But I had my insurance license at 18. I passed it at the first time I tried to take the test. Why am I saying that? I had to study. My mom was like, because everybody in the house had the license. My grandma had the license, and I was like, yeah. She was like, "What's this? What's this? What's this?" Blah blah blah. Nope, you ain't ready. Go study some more. I'm like, oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Da da da. Nope, you ain't ready. Go study some more. My mom would make me study flashcards, all this, and I would sit in the room, and it was just helping me for now. Everything is preparation for now. I still don't I don't have my insurance license. Now I went a whole had to get another license that I thought was more valuable at the time. I should have kept my insurance license as well, but nonetheless, um, I thought it was more valuable. Good information, Lisa J. I thought it was more valuable. And personally speaking, I can't talk about it online. But I it's kind of like this. When you give up something, you want to do better. For my insurance agents, you get a balloon payment depending on what company you're with, and that's it. The other license, you know, you make a sale and that's it. You don't have to worry about a chargeback or anything like that. So anyway, Sweet Thumb family, we liked and shared. Thank you. So going back to what I'm saying, y'all, in closing, because we're about to close this out. We've been on live, um, and give yourself a hand. You know, give yourself a hand. If you've been here for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, if you've been here the whole time, give yourself a hand and a round of applause. People in the background, you know, this was not RX Nails. What's up? What's up? What's up? I appreciate you. If you've been in Wellness with Frugal Mama, yeah, Wellness with Frugal Mama has literally been here. Lisa J, a lot of y'all have been here for wow. What you cooking, Mr. Robert? You know what? Miss Khadija, I had earlier, it was a bagel, and I call it fake steak. And they had steak and hummus on it. That's what I had this morning. I talked to myself, for you to talk about this stuff, we need to do a pay for a Zoom class. You know what, Tay? Yeah, I have a lot. Tay, are you on Instagram? Tay Eats, are you on Instagram? Are you on Instagram? Sweet Thumb, I hope they hear how many times you not telling on yourself. They might go back and listen harder to the info, given the overview of the script. Uh, well, people who know. You know what I'm saying, Tay? And Sweet Thumb and Lisa J, if you know, you know. That's all I can say. I'm not that person to brag. I am not that person to talk about percentages. I just wanted to give you something, because a lot of people say things, but they don't say things. Okay. Well, I'm always willing to invest myself. Exactly. Tay, and anybody here, I'm now on Instagram. If you see anything other than um, it's YOU learn with Robert. So YOULEARN with Robert on Instagram. YOULEARN WITHROBERT. If you're on Instagram, hit me up. I I'm gonna start posting on Instagram. I'm gonna start posting. On Facebook, my account had one of them has over 5,500. The other one has over 50 something hundred, 5,400. I'm trying to think. But I stopped posting on those platforms. I personally I'm gonna be honest, I like YouTube better. I like YouTube better. Personally speaking. No shade. I'm not throwing shade at TikTok. You know what, Lisa J? Um, I don't know. I got TikTok, but I ain't been posting like that. So I'll start posting on TikTok as well. I'll start posting. I'll say Instagram. Uh, okay, Tay, send me some information and I'll, say hello. I hope I get the request thing, or send me a message or something, because Lisa J sent me something I didn't even know. Like, all jokes aside, um, when it the thing I like about YouTube is I can see the information y'all post, Facebook, somebody can send information through Messenger. Like I said, I stopped Facebook. Facebook upset me one day. I did some ads on Facebook, and I paid a lot of money for these ads. But you know how you have music on your shorts, Facebook call them reels. I had reels hitting, but I didn't know that you could not put music on your reels. Um, okay, uh, Tay, I didn't know you. I didn't know you couldn't put music on your Instagram reels. And the short version of a long story is they is it the '06 one? Oh yeah, I see you. You already here. I got you. We already following each other. But I didn't know. So they blocked my ad account on Facebook. I didn't know. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I was like, what did I do? Yeah, I know, Tay. I see it. We have been following each other. I like some stuff. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. But what happened is I was like, why did they block me? So I went and did my research and then come to find out they said, oh, you put music on your ad, which was not your music. And I was like, okay, well, take the ad down and let me run it without music. And I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I spent on this ad. And short version of a long story, I was like, that's how we playing the game. So anyway, they um they really upset me. And they upset me because they could have just blocked the ad and allowed me the opportunity to run another ad. So I don't deal with Facebook. And that's literally, like, all jokes aside, I let me um yeah, I mean, like, I literally was over 5,400 followers on one page, but I stopped using it. I like YouTube because YouTube tells you this is the parameters, follow these parameters. Okay, I'm game. I like YouTube. I'm being real with you. I like YouTube. I like YouTube. I like the people on YouTube. Not saying I didn't like the people on Facebook, but Facebook upset me when I spent all that money and then they disabled my ad account just for um just for yeah, I heard that too, Tay. But here's my thing. If I did something wrong, tell me, hey, this is not how you're supposed to do this. Or don't allow me the opportunity to do, because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It showed on my reel, it said make this to an ad. So if I'm at a reel and it says make this to an ad and you hit the button, I mean, you would think it would be okay, right? Because I made an ad from my reel. This is what you said I could do. And then you penalize me because I did what you told me to do. You see what I'm saying? So I'm good. I'm good on that. Um, no shade. Hey, I hope they do, but I like YouTube better. You know what I'm saying? But don't give me an option to say, hey, look, you can have sweet tea, lemonade, juice, iced tea, soda. But I get soda, and then you say, oh, nope, I got to charge you $5 extra because no, no, because you got Powerade, huh? Isn't that a part of the tea and juice? And then, okay, well, I won't use the Powerade no more. No, we banning you from here for drinking Powerade. That's pretty much the example. But anyway, I know I went on a wild tangent, y'all. I apologize for going on a wild tangent about Facebook because they not YouTube. They ain't popping. I like YouTube, straight up. And I'm not saying this for the algorithm, so the algorithm can rank me higher, but I'm gonna be real. I do like YouTube better than Facebook. And just keeping it real. Instagram, I'm learning, but I like YouTube. Anywho, y'all, um, if you haven't gained any knowledge, go back and watch some of this live. Even if you just have it playing and just listen to it. A lot of times we have to just listen to something just to listen to get it in our mind. We can't just think we're going to gather everything in one sitting. We got to get it because I talked about a lot of stuff. I was silly a lot, but I talked about a lot of good value. So go back and listen to some stuff. Make sure you follow me and make sure you check and look out. Everybody who, thank you. I appreciate everybody, everyone who's been here from the beginning, the wellness. I mean, it's been a lot of people, Miss Khadija, a lot of people who came back and left and came back. A lot of people. I appreciate each and every person who shared this out. Hit the like button because I'm looking at my analytics, my likes. I'm looking at some things, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have been great. You have also did great things. But anywho, go do something better. Be a better person and continue to do you. Miss Khadija, Sweet Thumb is saying hello. And as always, we'll see you in the next Out of Greatness. We appreciate each and every one of you. All right. Bye now.